Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Today we are watching. Technicals and Augie have kind of gone at each other today, and as Edwin put on his stream, and as a idea I got for the title of this stream that he put in his title, also, I'm gonna take credit for the title of this video. I honestly stole it from Edwin. Commentary Civil War has arose between Augie and Technicals. Now, we're going to watch this debate on stream, don't worry, but we got to get through a long video so I can get caught up. So we're going to watch Augie's side, because that's really the only side that's really... That's the only video that's kind of on there, and Edwin's, has members only, so I don't want his stream to end and me watch it, and then, the stream go to members only, and then it's like, oh, dang it, where were we? So, anyways, we're going to start with Augie's little show here, and then we'll move on to the debate later. And yeah, and I make sure audio battle was good, by the way, guys. So.
Well, where we left off when we talked about the Technicals Zero situation. So as you guys remember, if y'all are out of the loop, a couple weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, maybe a little bit less, Technicals released a video.
I am out of the loop, by the way, guys. So that's why I'm also watching this.
Mostly.
Because figured I might as well be better to watch on stream.
The video's purpose was to breathe new life into Zero's reputation.
While I'm watching stuff.
It was also to correct the record on many of the false allegations that were made against Zero. And make no mistake, the first 6 allegations Technicals laid out were completely false or just ridiculous. And Tech did a fantastic job debunking those. The problem with this video is the 7th part when they went over the Katie allegations. Now, I was talking with Edwin earlier, and he asked me, he was like, hey, Augie, have you ever read the Katie Twitlonger on the show? And I told him, I was like, well, unless we read it when we covered the 2020 stuff, like last year when it all broke down, then no. I don't remember reading it. So Edwin told me, he's like, you should really read it.
I am honestly out of the loop.
Just so that the audience really knows the full picture here.
Just don't follow
I'm aware that we're treading over old
haven't ever followed it.
I think it's important, really, to establish, context of what we're talking about. Not just what we already know, but more so, just get the full picture here. Not just what was in the video, not just what, we've been talking about
Dear Zero,
in the public
all I
discourse,
wanted was an apology.
Really just read the whole thing. It's not even that long.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I know you really want to do this.
What's up, Bean Flicker? Okay.
Oh my god, dude.
That is.
Yeah, but that's your new nickname. The one everyone knows you by, Bean Flicker.
What's up, man?
We have a very serious topic to discuss here, Flamenco, alright?
Yeah, exactly. Behave yourself, Flamenco. What's wrong with you?
Behave yourself. Stop thinking about me and my beans.
Your beans. Uh-oh.
Wait.
Okay.
Dang it.
Dear at Zero Wondering.
All right.
I'll
read it.
Let's begin.
All right.
Okay. Let's.
Because I need context. Like I said, I'm out of the loop.
I think it's important. This is from Katie. Dear Zero, all I wanted was an apology. I wanted to preface this with, if you know my story and who I am, please do not reveal my identity. If the time comes, I will do it myself. Screenshots are at the end of the message. Dear Zero, my name is Katie. I used to be in the Smash community. I was 14 years old during our conversations on Skype from September 2014 to January 2015. We met online when you were streaming on Twitch, and I messaged you over chat. You seemed to take an interest in me and gave me your Skype username. I, starstruck, made a Skype just for this and began chatting with you. I'll note that I was decently educated when it came to internet safety, but it was mainly regarding things like don't message a stranger and whatnot. But you weren't a stranger. You were Zero, a top player.
Yeah, you
won the E3 Invitational. And
so I'm fully a stranger because your whole life was documented.
Any attention from someone like you was mind-blowing to me. This is what made me an easy target. I was a young girl and raptured with the idea of being friends with someone I look up to and admired. You used me in this state to flirt, manipulate, and ask for sexual favors from me.
Yeah.
I didn't realize what any of your words implied until about 2 years later when the hashtag MeToo movement really started taking shape, and I learned I wasn't the only one who had suffered these sort of things. To remind you, this is what happened in our conversations. You called me kitty, kitten, honey, all mine, and were flirting with me the entire time. You manipulated me.
Those words kind of sound like flirtation.
And made me believe it when in reality, I was being goaded to say things by you. You also told me I was your secret. And so I couldn't tell anyone about our conversations. In streams, I would ask you to prove that.
And you couldn't say that I'm with the YouTuber. It's
example,
like, what? How old is Zero?
Side taunt after
23?
taking this guy's next stock, and you would. But you would never acknowledge me directly by name anywhere except on Skype. The worst offense I can remember is when you asked me to masturbate with ice and take pictures. I lied when I told
What
you I
the
masturbated.
heck?
As you asked, and then I declined sending you pictures.
Okay, it started
The worst
off
part
with a
of this
little
is that
like,
I did not take screenshots of
sweetie
this
or
particular
whatever,
situation
mine.
since I
But
was so embarrassed by it.
masturbating.
You wanted to make this activity a habit that every 2 weeks I would do what you say for a day. Here's why I never came out about this. 1, I blamed myself. I admit that I was extremely enthusiastic in our conversations because I was just enamored with the fact that I was talking with a top player. I idolized you, and you used that to your advantage. But because I was so naive, I considered myself responsible for years and thought my experience...
Hang on, pause for a second. That's the thing about, like, when these YouTubers turn out to be pedos, right? It's like, they are literally, like, not just using kids. They're also, like, manipulating and everything. And keep in mind, like, these kids, you know, they're not smart enough to understand what they're doing. So they just fall for it because they're a YouTuber. They trust them. Their whole entire life is pretty much documented online, pretty much, right? And that's the issue with this, right? It's like, you're using your fans, the people that got you to where you're at right now, the people that made this towards where you can do this for a living as a job. You're manipulating and using your fans to just, I don't know, get fruity or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, let's continue.
Would be invalid because of my actions. I didn't take screenshots of the worst situations. The screenshots I have were actually when I was so starstruck that what I thought was happening to me was special, so I kept them for posterity. Only later did I realize that the messages you sent were not good to me at all. The situation is not
So when they got
as
older,
bad as it
essentially.
could have been. We never met in person, so there was no physical assault. But now I realize incidents like this still deserve attention. You quickly became a huge force in the Smash community. I stopped playing Smash 4 because you were dominating it. I couldn't avoid you. Related to that, the community trusts you. The
Smash
level
4,
of backlash I would get from this accusation would be immense. Literally
Melee or whatever.
tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people would be against me. I knew I would get
True.
burned more than you. Despite the wave of stories that have been told lately, I believe I will still receive
no.
immense backlash. She wants
this.
attention. She just doesn't like him. But trust me, I wish this never happened, and I wouldn't wish this amount of mental stress on anybody else. I'm only coming out now with this ordeal because of the recent stories with top players, both in the FGC and the Smash community. I realized that I wasn't the only one or one of the few. I realized that although I did not have it nearly as bad as some of the others, my experiences still happened and should be acknowledged. These months of my life have haunted me for years. Ever since we stopped talking, it has been in the back of my mind. Whenever I saw a video of you or saw you talking to other tops players I admired or saw a fan talk about how great of a person you were, I would feel sick to my stomach. And the feeling has been growing even stronger these past few days,
They know
telling
the
me
kind
that
of
I
person
have
he
to
is.
say something.
Of the song.
I have to speak up to end this conflict. I want to clarify that I'm not writing this to cancel you. I acknowledge that you have grown a huge fan base and have been immensely successful in the world of Smash. Still, I want people to know what I've experienced with you. I want to believe that you have changed as a person, so originally I wanted to message you privately and clear this up between the two of us. After talking to my family last night, when I told them the full story, the first time I had revealed all of it to anyone, they convinced me that I should not talk to you privately because it would not be safe. To be honest, I don't feel any safer revealing this to what might be the entire Smash community and beyond. But I have been suffering in silence while people call you the nicest Smash player or the guy who can do no wrong. I cannot let this go for the rest of my life as I continue to associate myself with the gaming community. This is the next step I have to take toward healing. All I want now is closure, a genuine apology. I was a kid back then. I was stupid, but you were an adult, and you should have taken responsibility and said no. You never should have encouraged any of it. I am now an adult, as old as you were when we first talked, and I could not imagine ever talking to a minor the way you talked to me. You knew what you were doing was unacceptable, and you should have stopped it way earlier than we did. I realize that you have the power to reject everything I accuse you of because I do not have the evidence. I understand that this was 5 years ago and that you have very likely matured and changed since it happened. Pay attention, chat. But I want you to realize the effect you have had on me. I've grown as a person too, but I've had this burden on my heart for years and I want to let it go. I will very likely never return to the Smash community, in part because of what happened between us, but I want to close this book on the situation for good. Signed, Katie. So, chat, now that we reviewed that,
Yeah.
let's reread Zero's response again.
That was
because again, I
something.
know we're treading over old ground. We'll get to the new.
It started off a little, not, I mean, it was still wrong, don't get me wrong, but it started off a little, like, kind of like, not extreme pedo, and then it was like, yeah, this guy's extreme pedo, or whatever. Like, regardless, it was wrong either way, like, try to, like, date them online or whatever, but still, like, to ask for masturbating, and then, like, every 2 weeks for a day, she has to do whatever he says, that, who knows where that could have gone.
Ground. But this is fucking important.
If she had
Let me
agreed to
find
do
it.
it.
Here it is.
More context is always good,
Yeah.
especially with situations so serious.
Yeah.
That is being actively discussed.
Yeah, context is always good. I mean, I'm sure Technicals would agree, considering, you know, he gave us that whole backstory, but didn't provide any of this.
So we have Zero here. I have to come clean. Hey, I can't sleep, and I just can't take this back and forth. I don't think it makes sense to keep this going. I just want this all to stop and for me to at least atone. I also want people to stop defending me. I don't deserve it. Katie, the screenshot you guys were wondering about the Ice Cube thing, it's true. The claims that Katie makes are true in general. There are no graphic pictures of anything of the sort, but it's unforgivable regardless. I want to just be clear about it here. There is one more girl I spoke to in 2014, a bit earlier. Her name is Laura. Originally, she never told me she was underage. She said she was older than me. I have screenshots of this, but it doesn't matter, nor make it better. But years later, she contacted me and said she was actually underage. I apologized to her privately recently and told her I feel absolutely terrible about it. There's no graphic pictures or anything either that were exchanged, and she's from another country. I really want to atone, and I just want this discussion to stop. I'm not a good person, and it doesn't matter how terrible my life was. I did terrible things, and that's the end of it. I don't deserve for people to defend me. I'm working right now to obviously lose my sponsors or any type of thing like that. I'm obviously not making more videos in general as well. I love you guys. Please don't be like me, and please don't forgive me either. I won't forgive myself.
Damn.
Chat, this right here is what Zero now claims is a suicide note.
No.
This was supposed to sabotage
That's
his
leaving the
career
internet. That's not a
and
suicide
justify killing himself. So, like I said before, if this was supposed to justify killing himself, if the whole purpose was to lie and say he had done terrible things that he actually didn't, why in this note does he 2 times defend himself? In the Katie story, he defends himself by saying there's no images. In the Laura story, he defends himself by saying that he was catfished, okay? This is not a fucking suicide note. I'm sick and tired of saying, well, I just disagree. No, no more, no more, no more. This is not a fucking suicide note, all right? That doesn't mean that Zero at any point genuinely didn't want to kill himself. If this was real, I would want to fucking kill myself too, okay? But this is, get it through your fucking heads. This shit right here, that's a lie, all right? You want to know something? Here, since I'm getting so fucking heated, let's take a look at some shit that we looked at over. Prove it isn't? Yeah. That's what I expect. Let's take a look at this right here. These are leaked DMs that Technicals accidentally showed on stream of him talking to Zero.
Yeah.
Technicals says, trust the plan, LOL. This is my field. Zero says, also, this may be huge, but the next challenge is Katie. And the biggest question is still, who is she? And is she really who she says she is? I was thinking if Jackie gets canceled or is close to, which is very possible now, we may be able to pressure her hand to get Katie's details. I have a great feeling there's manipulation in that story and Katie herself. And since Katie is a ghost in the wind, we may be able to uncover her. Folks, tell me honestly if Zero really gives a shit about this situation. If he has any remorse whatsoever. No. Course not. A fucking course not. All right? Don't be fucking stupid with me. I'm sick and tired of walking over eggshells on this stupid fucking story.
I thought your video on
There's no fucking empathy here.
Do you think Technicals gives a shit? He says that would be groundbreaking. It seems like they're trying to cancel somebody else at the cost of exposing, like, completely exonerating him.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Zero says, or sorry, Technical says that would be groundbreaking. We may be able to uncover her. So I'm saying this could be a play. Jackie is a snake. She will throw Katie under the bus for self-preservation if she has to. So we could use that, question mark. Tech says, yeah. She needs to say gutted in the process, though. I just want to leave.
So they're hatching a plan to essentially...
Okay. So now that we've reviewed the information there that we already knew, let's break it down, okay? In Tech's video, whether you like it or not,
see if we can make it.
Tech is trying to
Dang, I can't.
run a salvation, a defense for Zero's career.
Yeah, essentially make a
Tech
video
now claims
that's like, hey,
he
Zero's
agrees
innocent.
with Zero's banning from tournaments, and I think Twitch too. Although I'm not sure what his position is on Zero's Twitch ban. Okay, my question is here: is if we have a guy who, at the very least, sexted
Yep.
with a minor,
And asked for masturbate in
the Ice Cube thing he admitted to,
Got
but now says was a suicide
masturbation
note,
isn't
even
right,
though his
no.
excuse doesn't make any
But
fucking
asked
sense.
for them
we
to,
have a guy here
you know,
who
masturbate.
verifiably is a
Send
piece
a
of
video.
shit. He sexted with a 19-year-old, or sorry, with a 14-year-old while he was 19. Okay? He admitted to requesting pictures.
Yep.
Okay? Now he claims, because he realizes there's no fucking evidence. Oh yeah? You guys want more?
The only evidence was him and me.
Hold on. Let me pull this shit up right
admitting.
here.
Was it? Oh. Yeah, again, guys, I'm out of the loop, so Augie's like
Look at this
catching
shit
me up
right here.
Let's see.
All right. Here's a DM between Nick and Technicals. Nick says, "Hey Flamenco, just reached out to make just reached out to
You just forgot to put a comma there.
Yeah. Hey, Flamenco just reached out to me about
Spell
my
check.
take on Zero. I wanted
What's
to
wrong with
clarify
that?
Zero's stance on sabotage himself. Does he mean he admitted to sexting Katie and he actually did it, or did he admit to something he actually didn't do to hurt himself? Zero doesn't actually clarify this in the video, and I think it's worth asking." Technicals responds, "Well, considering that his original response to the allegations banked entirely on what screenshots were provided, I'm assuming he doesn't remember the actual details of the conversation. Much like when he apologized to Leffen for his story from 2013, which I later found was false, but I'm not sure on the Katie one. Zero most likely means I apologized without knowing the available evidence, but after reviewing, I realized there's more nuance. Chat, technical defenders, Zero defenders, can you guys please explain to me what the fuck this means? Because I'd love to hear it, man.
Yeah.
I can't say this enough. Zero is a piece of shit. He
Yeah.
I
realizes
guess
now.
maybe. Oh,
I think we can all
Look,
agree
I'm
on
gonna
that.
say this right now.
That's just a
Zero
fact.
realizes that they can't prove it happened. So now he's gonna walk back his previous admittance to the situation because now he knows, all right, the community is on his side. Technicals is on his side. The Smash community doesn't give a fuck because they're all a bunch of fucking sick weirdos. The Smash community is on his fucking side. So now he knows
Jesus
he can
Christ,
get away with this shit.
I like this
He
new Augie, to
realizes
be
it now. He's like,
honest.
oh wait.
Wait, I get it. All these idiots talking legality, all right? So,
Augie
for their
going mask
lawsuit
off.
that they're
I like
apparently
this.
suing Jisoo. Jisoo's one of the people who made the Katie stuff known. The Katie stuff was one of her biggest points in her twit longer. So if they're doing a lawsuit to try to sue her over her false statements about technicals, I'm assuming they can just claim
you
the
mean
damages.
for Zero?
No, there's Zero and Technicals is helping Zero with his lawsuit. or whatever. Yeah, sorry. I would assume if one of the things they're suing Jisoo for is misinformation, they're planning on showing the damages of like Zero's career.
They
And
want to
if-
kill the credibility.
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, but I don't
If
think
he's
in a
talking- if
lawsuit
she made the-
situation.
if
In a
she
lawsuit
made the
situation,
Jisoo
doesn't make any sense.
No. If she made like the big Katie allegation, and they're trying to prove damages, and
Make that a lot harder
he
than it
says
needs to
that
be.
all that shit really happened, then like.
I don't think
The
that would be
damages
the
will come-
avenue
you
they
don't
would go
think the
for a lawsuit. No,
I don't know
think
what
that's
avenue
the.
they're
I
actually
don't think
going
that's the avenue they would go for a lawsuit because this is stuff that Zero admitted to. Like any fucking attorney that they get to represent them in the
So
lawsuit
then
would
why
do
can't
that.
he give a public statement? Why do we have to
Okay,
talk through
okay, yeah,
technicals? Why is he an
but
extension
you
of
understand.
technicals?
He's not denying it at all. Like his.
Yeah.
It seems like. Well,
I
tell
think
me,
I
tell me why
think the
technicals
I
can't
think
just
the
ask him
relevant
straight.
I think the things that he meant in terms of context was the fact that like I again because Technicals goes into it in the video his like stunted developmental growth or whatever, his like lack of interpersonal knowledge, his lack of common sense in the country that he's in, like all
how
these
come
things.
There's more nuance here, but he admits there is a danger to society on Twitter.
I don't think he said that there's a danger to society. I think
Technicals did say that he agreed. That
wait,
he was a danger to society.
what did he say? What did he say verbatim?
That he was a danger to society back then to kids.
Yes.
Okay, back then.
Yeah.
Wait, right. I'm so confused.
And he
so
was
arguably
a danger to kids back then. He wasn't arguably a danger to people back then, but now he knows better, I would say, is what Technicals' argument is.
Yeah, that's completely unprovable. Makes absolutely no sense. But he says,
I think it makes sense. I think that's why. I think that's why Technicals goes into the details about it.
Here's the problem. All right, here's the problem. This is the big issue.
I agree with Nick
here,
guys.
Zero is a danger to anyone at the current moment in time. You could say he was a current danger. He was a danger in the past. He's done bad things, and with that, you could say you're skeptical. However, the reason why you can't progress from here is because you're trying to prove a negative. Technicals can't prove that Zero's better, just like we can't prove that Zero's worse without any evidence.
Or that Zero is still as bad as he was then.
Yes, but Technicals also can't say because because we know for a matter of fact that he hasn't reoffended. Therefore, this means he's a better person now. This means he's grown. This means he's happy in a relationship with his wife. This means he's matured from his past. Like, none of that stuff is actually known. That's all really nice that he's trying to say it, but it banks on a negative.
Well, that's how you make a case for somebody.
Yeah, but it's not a case.
That's how you make a case. That's how you make a case. I think it's based on some things, but.
It's based off of the fact that we don't know something did or didn't happen. How could you possibly say that?
How do you know that anybody? How do you know that anybody has changed from any sort of position that they had like before? Like, that's like
through examples.
Like, how can you know
any? Go and they say things and they do things that back that up. You can't just say because I like this person, therefore he is better now. Just like you can't say because we have no evidence of this guy's still bad.
That's not what he's saying though.
No, what if Zero's lawyer told him not to say?
Like a perfect thing in the chat right now.
That's probably why Zero hasn't make any statements about it. Probably.
Exactly.
Perfect thing in chat right now. Someone said innocent until proven guilty. Absolutely. That innocent doesn't mean he's a better person now. He's grown as a person, and all that other stuff. That's all just fluff that's put in the video.
Look, the issue that I have is like, why is he going out on a limb so hard to defend somebody that can't straight up deny that he like asked?
Yeah, I mean, look,
he doesn't deny it though.
Then why? Then if he doesn't deny it, then why stick his neck out for this guy? All right, that's the problem. Is that people are being ultra charitable to a guy that is an objective piece of shit. No matter what you think,
charitable to Zero.
They absolutely are.
I feel like Zero's game plan. Zero's game plan is that if this was there, would go to court. He could pull the old "I can not confirm nor deny that I did such actions" without, you know. That's something I heard from Mission Impossible. I feel like he's trying to not deny it because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to like give an official statement. Like he doesn't want to be like, I lied to you guys. Those things did happen, but also I'm not gonna confirm it, right? Or did? Okay, I'm having trouble following some parts of this. Did he say? I think Augie said that he confirmed it though. Like he didn't deny. He didn't deny it, but I think Augie said he confirmed it. So I don't know. So like I said, I'm having trouble keeping up here though.
Reputation.
Try my best.
Like, why don't you just ask me what I mean instead of getting on to the hysterics, dude? Holy shit.
Okay.
What I mean is that this is a thing that happened 7 years ago, and he's saying that this hasn't happened again, and that he's saying that he has learned that this is not good.
Okay.
And that he hasn't offended since.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So why does that mean he should come back into the community that he says is filled with children?
In terms of like YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he should, but I think he should also be closely scrutinized.
Okay, dude. I don't know, man.
You don't think so?
Much lower standard. The bar is lowered every second.
Look, that's the problem, all right? And that's my entire issue with this entire situation, all right? The Technicals video, whether you like it or not, was absolutely made to rectify Zero's, at the time, shit reputation.
Yeah.
All right? That's why Zero started making content again after Technicals video. because Technical's
cold
videos
as
serve
ice.
to save his fucking ass, all right? My whole problem with this entire thing is whether or not you believe his shit fucking excuse that doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't care what chat says, all right? His whole, oh, it's a suicide note. My ass, all right? I'll fucking wipe his suicide note with my, I'll fucking use his suicide note for toilet paper for my fucking ass, all right? Exactly. It wasn't a fucking suicide note.
I like this new Augie.
All right? But regardless of that
full
fact,
on mask off. It's like, I don't know, I'm
with
gonna
the fucking minor.
demonetize.
The DMs are even in Technical's video. Granted, he shows them for 2 seconds and doesn't read them, but they're there. If you can pause and see them for yourself, all right?
Guys,
this guy is
what
terrible.
we're not
There's no
noticing
excuse.
here-
There's no fucking excuse to knowingly talk to a fucking minor in that way, all right? Add on to the fact that this guy's, you know, the whole Ice Cube thing and the fact that his fucking excuses, the fact that he admitted to it, and then the fact that his excuses make sense and that's fucking sketchy as fuck,
Dude,
all right?
you
This
gotta
guy's
understand this,
terrible.
Augie.
Why fucking
right.
stick your neck out for this guy? He
Augie,
sucks.
in defense of Zero, he did it all for the nookie. Come on, the nookie, so you can get the cookie and stick it up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
This guy sucks. This Zero guy is terrible, okay? And I don't say that with, like, joy or anything. I watched Zero's first fucking stream. I watched Zero at the fucking 2014 Smash Invitational, right? I was never, like, a massive fan of him, but I casually watched him from time to time. I generally like the guy, all right? It's not like I have a bone to pick with Zero. It's not like I have previous beef with him or whatever. It's that this guy is terrible. This guy is awful, all right? And I don't like how the guy who saved Sky Williams' career, by the way, Sky deserved that. Sky's a good guy. Sky fucking, oh, he didn't pay his debt or whatever on time. I don't give a fuck, all right?
Great.
Sky deserved to have his career saved. Zero, on the other hand, fuck no, dude. And that's the worst part about this, right? Is that the same guy who saved Sky's ass is fucking bombing it with Zero.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I'll explain this for a little context for the guys that don't know yet. If you guys don't know, let's see. Nicole's Sky. So the guy Sky Williams drama, I'll try to like do my best to run it down, but it's probably gonna be bad. Sky Williams drama happened a long time ago. Basically, this guy named Sky started a house called Sky House for the Smash community, and essentially, like the community essentially, like the people in the house, not the community, the people in the house, like essentially said all these things about Sky that weren't true, but there were so many people that were saying all these things about Sky happen that it was like hard for him to really get credibility when there were multiple people saying, yeah, he did this stuff, and not just like one person. Like if it was one person saying he did this stuff, then that's different. There's two sides to both the story. If it's multiple people saying that, yeah, he did this stuff, that totally changes it and says like, yeah, he pretty much did do this stuff, confirmed. And Technicals was the guy to clear his name earlier this year, as you can see. And Sky actually came back to YouTube recently, and it was all because of this video here. And what Augie's saying is that because Technicals is the guy that's defending Zero, this is now going to ruin his credibility towards this Sky House video right here. That's what Augie's saying. Like, since Technicals was the guy that cleared Sky Williams, he's also the guy clearing Zero, so this is going to ruin credibility for Sky Williams now. Or for Sky Williams, because Technicals was the one that cleared Sky's name.
Argue that Zero isn't terrible, all right? So now it makes Sky look bad, and now it makes anyone else that Technicals has helped look bad. That's the problem. It all fucking... Why? Tech had such a great winning streak with all these Smash guys. He destroyed that ESAM guy. He fucking shot all over Jisoo. He fucking
he did.
Probably owned Leffen. I don't really know the extent of their beef, but I'm assuming Leffen's an asshole too. All right, but then he had to stick up for this guy. Why? Literally, why?
Out of all the people, though, really.
It would be one thing if his Zero video... Let me say this. It would be one thing if his Zero video was literally just, oh, well, here's what Zero did with his bad. Here's what Zero was accused of that wasn't true. Blah, blah, blah. All right? But that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Tech wants to claim that that's what his video was, but that absolutely wasn't what his video was about. Technicals shows the Katie allegation. He shows Zero admitting to it. Then he goes into a whole spiel about Zero's fucking suicide attempt. Who gives a flying fuck? I don't care. I don't give a shit. All right? And then he shows the DMs, but he shows them for like 2 fucking seconds.
Of course.
And then he moves on to the next segment. It's like, what the fuck is this video? This absolutely was made to cover Zero's ass. The fucking hashtag that he used to promote the video was literally welcome back Zero. It literally was welcome back Zero. Fuck Zero. So that's the problem with this. That's the fucking problem with this entire fucking saga. All right? That's the issue here. I don't know. I don't know how this is like a difficult thing for this whole entire fucking community to get a grasp on. We're at a point now where the fucking commentary community or the fucking Smash Bros community is defending this shit. Is everybody a fucking pedophile? Is that what's going on here? I don't know. I don't know, because a year ago, when fucking Kiwis got outed, or every other fucking asshole got outed, or whatever, and they did something that was objectively bad, okay, I'm not saying Zero did anything bad on that level, but it's pretty fucking close.
Why do you bring it up?
It's pretty fucking close.
Why do you bring it up if
okay?
you know it's not the same?
Because we're generally against these people. We're generally against people that do bad things to children, all right? That's why I don't know why we're fucking giving Zero so much fucking credit. He did bad stuff to children. There's no fucking excuse for that.
Yeah, you don't make it.
There's no excuse.
I just want to.
Like I was
hop in here and add a little thing. People have been asking me about this.
Gonna use cut
Given my track record with some of
there's
these
no excuse.
similar accusations, I've stayed out of it, so I'm not going to make a definitive stance. Okay, I'm not going to make a definitive stance.
Probably
especially because you know what? I like people on both sides. I like Slush. I had a great time with Tech at VidCon. You know, he was a lovely guy. We had a lot of fun.
Same.
But I want to ask a question of chat. Okay, I want to ask a interesting question of chat.
Tom, hold that question. I gotta respond to this.
Sure.
Nobody's excusing it. Absolutely everybody on the fucking timeline is excusing it. Have you ever been on fucking Twitter before? Holy shit, dude. Literally the whole fucking chat is excusing it.
The entire chat. All of the people watching Zero's video.
No, there's like all these fucking people in the chat who are sitting here being like, well, he changed, Augie. He fucking changed.
Wait,
right?
are there?
Different now. It was 5 years ago. He was from Chile, okay? The age of consent there is fucking 10. Okay, it's okay.
Wait, okay, let's read this. Let's read this a little. Let's read this. Let's read this chat. Okay, the bottom line is don't diddle kids, true. They may not have done the same thing, but both Kiwis and Zero went over the line, true. Zero's tweet longer mentions a screenshot that doesn't exist. Gobble turkey Tom. Augie mad, lol. Always be against people who do bad things to children, true. Yeah, Pop, pretty much. Also, why are you even here? Aren't you just as bad as Zero, lol? I don't know what that was a conversation. What about cannonballs? Can they change? No excusing pedos, true. Augie Destiny moment, lol. Zero's tweet longer, yeah, we already saw that. Augie is molding. How fast is Augie gonna go? Spurgy, pop off. People excusing it are just degenerates. That's not mod. Who even goes on Twitter? Zero's tweet longer mentions a screenshot that doesn't exist. This guy keeps spamming it. I wish they would stop. No. But he made a suicide note. He's the victim now. It's a sarcastic thingy. Augie W. Spurg. Flame is excusing it. Bro, you were excusing it a couple of weeks ago. Lol. Augie is going Saiyan? Let's go back a little. It's Flame Team Tech. Rip and tear, rip and tear, rip and tear. How many? Oh, dang. I can't see the dislikes. I was wondering how many dislikes this stream I probably got. Alright, so we read that. 03. Okay, this guy just, like, kept spamming that. Yeah, this guy just, like, kept spamming it all over. It's, like, hard for me to, like, read anything else but that. Dang, Flame got shut down real quick. I can't believe this is all the things what's gonna divide the Goon Squad, lol. So did he do it more than one child or just one? How did he... Well, it doesn't matter if he did more than one child. If it was just one child, even then that's still bad. Like any child in general. If you did that to asking to masturbate, that's still bad. Alright, so that's the chat.
I want to take the reins here for a second and just ask...
Yeah, go ahead.
A simple question of each person in this chat. And you know what? The chat at home can play along too, okay? I want to hear your guys' opinion, okay? So I'm going to go down the line. I'll start with Augie. I'll end with Tipster. So I'll ask this question. I'm 19 years old, right now. I turned 19 in August, so I'm 19 now. I'm the same age that Zero was when this shit happened, okay? If I was caught talking to a 14-year-old girl, asking her to shove ice up her pussy and send me pictures of it, regardless if the girl did it, how would each person in this call feel about that? Augie, how would you feel about that?
You would be a sick fuck, and I would never talk to you again, and I would fucking make that abundantly clear in my public platforms.
Boblax, how would you feel about that?
I'd be confused, mind-fucked, angry, and,
Would you be willing to talk to me again? Would you be willing to have me back in the community?
Yeah, so essentially, yeah, I agree with Augie here. Like, if you asked a girl to shove ice up her hoo-ha and masturbate, essentially, like, yeah, I would disown you. I mean, me and Turkey Tom are not friends, I think. Like, we don't know each other. But yeah, I would disown you. I would, I would disown you. I would never talk to you if I was a sub. I am a sub to Tokyo. I want to talk about it. But I would unsubscribe from you. Obviously, I would report your channel. And what else? What else? Block wouldn't really matter on Twitter. It's just kind of like he doesn't follow me anyways, so a block on Twitter doesn't really matter. If he did follow me, I would block him. Yeah, totally. What else? What did I do? Yeah, that would be pretty much it. Like, I would report him, disown him if we were friends. If you followed me on Twitter, I would block him. And then I would make that, like Augie said, abundantly clear on all my platforms.
In any way? Would you associate with me in any way?
Yeah, association, no way. Yeah.
Edwin?
No, dude, that's gonna be a hard no. I mean, oh, jeez, no, dude. I would.
Flamenco? What do you think? What do you think?
You're a massive fucking retard.
Okay, just retard? Really? Just retard?
Yeah, massive fucking retard. Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
Okay, I think you're a retard. Ricky, what do you think about that?
Ricky Burger's in here?
would be right about you then.
Okay, Tipster, what do you think?
Oh god.
I would think that you're a massive fucking degenerate, and I would have no problem burning that bridge.
But is it just degenerate?
Yeah.
Is there another word you maybe want to use? If a
Pedophile?
19-year-old tries to,
You're a pedophile. You're a
solicit
Yeah,
fucking
images-
pedo.
I'll say it.
You're
I'll
a
say it on
fucking
here.
pedo. You're
There
attracted
we
to
go.
children. You want children.
So
I'll say it
chat,
too.
Consider that, okay? Consider that. If I, at the current age I am now,
Like, dude,
talk to a
hang
girl,
on.
I would be
Hang on.
derided.
People on YouTube will, like, instead of putting pedo or pedophile, they'll put P, @ D, O. Like, dude, don't censor it. Come on. Like, don't do that. Just say pedophile or pedo. Just say it. Like, stop censoring it. That's dumb. Just say pedophile or pedo. And that's exactly what Tookie Tom would do if he was in the situation, the example that he just gave.
Okay, I would be shat on beyond belief, and I would deserve it. I would
Yep.
deserve it because the idea of me talking to a 19-year-old, or sorry, the idea of me talking to a 14-year-old, the idea of me as a 19-year-old talking to a 14-year-old is fucking repulsive. What the fuck do you have in common with a 14-year-old,
Tom,
Zero? Tell me. Tell me what you have in
Nothing.
common with that.
You're not in the
14-year-old.
same
Here's the
grade.
question, though.
Why
would it
one
be
of you
bad
doesn't have a
for you to do
driver's
that?
license?
Because it's fucking disgusting. Why would it be
It's
bad?
wrong because you know it's wrong, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh no.
But everyone should intuitively know that it's wrong. This is not a thing that's
Okay,
like
but,
depending
like,
on the culture.
yeah, but we
no,
know
no, no,
that
no, 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 no,
No, no.
Legality, I don't give a fuck. It's
No,
disgusting.
it's not even.
Yeah.
It's not even legality. It's just like the fucking like area that you're in and all these fucking experiences. This guy's like fucking mentally maladjusted.
This guy is
from,
a
like,
weak. This guy is a weak-minded fucking loser. I'm sick of this
Yeah.
defense. Oh, he was bullied. He's
It
a
was definitely
fucking.
He was bullied as a
loser.
child. Yeah, no.
Not retarded. Not retarded. He's a.
So this was the thing that happened to me in 4th grade, right? So I got my friend, right? We'll call him L because his first name started with L. I had him like pull on my shirt, right? Because the coach was essentially like, if you did something bad, you'd have to run laps. And I actually liked running, so I had him like pull on my shirt, right? And then instead of me and him having to run, he had to run. It was like, I have to run too. And it was like, why do you have to run? And then he was like, because I motivated him into doing that. It was like, well, motivation is only like a small little factor. Like, he still chose to do that. And that's something that's still there. Like, he got bullied. Zero got bullied as a child. Like, so how's that motivation for him to be a pedophile? Like, even if it was motivation for him to be a pedophile, that still doesn't make it right. Like, he still chose to be a pedophile. That doesn't make it because, oh, he was just bullied. It excuses it. Like, no, he still chose to be a pedophile. You know? Like, just because he was motivated to doesn't mean anything. He could have been motivated not to. You know? So that's something I still hold to this day.
Wait, I get it.
Loser
Tom, so-
who asked
so
a
Tom, if you had a
14-year-old
shitty
girl
upbringing,
to
it
see
would
her
be
pussy.
okay. That's
Hey,
what
can I
it is.
say something
right?
really quick on
Yeah,
like,
literally, that's basically all I have to say. I'm sick of this defense. I'm sick of this Tech One. I don't give a shit if you think Tech One. I don't care if you think he's the funnier guy. I don't care if you think he's like on top
I don't
right
give a
now.
rat's
At the end of the
ass.
day, you look at this argument. At the end of the day, you look at this argument. Okay, I like technicals. I like Nick. I'm friends with both of them. Right? I'm friends with both of them. I consider them both to be my pals. At VidCon, we got along.
About
In
to
private,
get
we get
along.
along. I've done stuff with both of them, but this argument should have ended. This argument should be over by now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's all
everybody
I'm
in
gonna
chat is
say.
saying
I
this
agree.
is stupid or
Right
this
now.
got overblown or this went. Yeah, I agree. It 100% got overblown. Maybe
Yeah, what
everybody-
is the chat saying now? Let's see after that, Tookie Tom. Oh, it's dropping some facts in chat. Base Tom. Flame was weird around this topic. Tom did gay with both of them. Good one, buddy. Flame, no. Lol, Flame, we get it. It's not illegal in certain places. That's still a appeal to authority. Yeah, I agree. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's right. Like Tom said, what do you have in common at age 19? What do you have in common with a 14-year-old? Much less, what interest do you have in a 14-year-old? Like, right? So, what was I gonna say? Like, just because it's, I'm gonna leave it at that. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's right. Like, what interest do you have with a 14-year-old? What things in common would you have with her? Like, she's literally gonna be coming to you for her, history homework or her geometry homework. She's literally gonna be coming for you while you're dating for that. She's gonna ask you to take her places to go, because you have a driver's license because you're 19 and she's 14. She doesn't have a driver's license. She's gonna ask you to buy her things because she doesn't have a credit card. You have a credit card because you're 19. Like, what in common do you have? This is literally like your daughter. You're treating them like your daughter. Like, you're not treating them like your girlfriend or something because they're 14. You have nothing in common with them. So what are you even doing?
Wasn't so fucking serious about defending a fucking pedophile, then maybe I wouldn't get overblown. But apparently everybody in this community just wants to defend some sick fuck. That's their problem. That's not my problem. I have a problem people who think that that's a problem, or who don't think that that's a problem. Go ahead, Willie.
Yeah, so here's the thing, dude. Are we talking about like a legal argument or are we not? If we're talking about
I don't care about the law.
Chile,
The law can suck my dick. The law can suck my dick.
Yeah, I agree with them now.
He's in the United States though. Anyway, at this point he's in the US. So I mean, are we talking legal? Talking legal in Chile? Why? He's here. He's in the US.
Yeah, he lives here. He lives here. When did he move from Chile to here? Was he Chile when it was 2014? Here's the deal. Regardless of the case, it would be bad if he was in the US. It would still be just as bad if he was in fucking Chile. Just like how if he was in fucking Japan and he was fucking a 10-year-old, that would still be fucking bad too. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. No matter where it is, it still makes it wrong.
And I
especially for
the other side, like kind of where they're coming from.
Like, I don't anymore. I don't.
Especially for asking her to masturbate, right? That still makes it wrong. Oh, you're asking a 14-year-old to do that? That makes it so wrong. Like, I'm 14, dude. I'm 14. I turned 14 just in October, the 23rd. And it's like, why would you... Again, what in common do you have with a 14-year-old at the age of 19? She would treat you like your daughter with, like, the bonus, if you will, of, like, masturbating to you, sleeping with you. Like, what in common do you have with her? Like, she's gonna be treating you like your father. With, again, the bonus of, masturbation, flirting, and everything. But it still that's even wrong. That makes it more wrong. Like, if it was adoption, it's totally different, right? But this is like, we're talking about here a full-on, like, trying to date and get with a 14-year-old. And it's like, what in common do you have with that 14-year-old? Like, this is, like, not just for the Zero conversation, by the way. For any pedo conversation, what in common do you have with someone at the age of, like, 14 when you're at the age of, like, 19? So, yeah,
hold on.
I may sound like a broken record here, but I'm sorry about that.
We pause and read during the video. The more it's like, dude, this guy's clearly in the wrong. This guy's clearly a sicko, Now, if we're going to have the conversation of should somebody who's done this shit be allowed on YouTube, that's a different conversation, but let's all get on the same page. That's what the conversation's about. Let's all get on the same page that this guy is fucking sick, and he's not this guy to defend. He's not somebody to welcome back.
Yeah.
He's not somebody to welcome.
Typically when people express attraction to children, they are removed from job
YouTube
that has them interacting with children, all right? If you're a fucking school teacher,
because companies don't play that.
You get busted talking to a kid, you shouldn't be a school teacher anymore.
Like the Activision stuff. That's a bad example. Let's say, for instance, let's say, for instance, Jeff Bezos, right? He got this is an example, but I'm not saying this is like fact or anything. For instance, like let's say if Jeff Bezos like got exposed for being a pedophile, right? And let's say it was just confirmed at this point. There were no allegations. It was just literally straight up confirmed he was a pedophile, right? He would have to step down from Amazon because Amazon would just be bleeding customers. It'd be like somebody cut off, like by bleeding customers. I mean, like it would be. Let's put customers into blood, right? As an example, right? It would be like if somebody cut off both your arms and both your legs. Like that's how much Amazon would be bleeding if Jeff Bezos was still the CEO of Amazon, for one. Two, if Jeff Bezos had been confirmed a pedophile, like Amazon would be bleeding customers. The stock shares in Amazon would go down by so much to where the company couldn't even survive. They would go bankrupt because companies, stockholders, shareholders, they don't play that. They would fire you on the spot if you were a worker and they found out that you were a pedophile. If you were to go apply for a job, they wouldn't hire you if they knew that you were a pedophile because they don't play that. That's bad for business, one. Two, that's very wrong. So, yeah.
Frankly, I think for the most part, he did a pretty good job with the Zero video because that whole case is somebody that's been around that team for a while.
He did a good job in the first 10 minutes.
Sure, but even so, like that whole case was such a mess that we couldn't even have this conversation because none of the facts were clear.
Yeah,
he has cleared it up. We can now have this conversation.
That's actually true.
From
that perspective,
not in every regard.
Yeah, from that perspective, I'm glad he decided to blow up his fucking reputation just so that we could acknowledge here, chat, to the 1,800 people of you that I hope don't like kids. Okay, that Zero is bad. Okay, I agree.
Yeah. So I mean, look,
although
I think
Technicals didn't add every single piece of information that we could have known in the video. Like, I really think he should have. I think he should have added Katie's twit longer, or at least some blurb from it.
I think he should have too.
Yeah, he should have.
What are we
we just read it at the beginning of this. Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
I think he should have read the Skype messages. Instead, he's debunking.
Yeah.
He's trying to debunk a
he didn't even show.
Hold on, real quick.
Okay.
Hold on. Instead, he tried to debunk a message that Katie admits doesn't exist. Well, why do that? Why not review the messages that do exist? I still think they're really bad. You know, I think that's worth reading. You know, I don't know. I feel like that takes the balance.
He spent more time on the suicide than he did on the fucking messages.
I'm not going to get into
this. He more time on the suicide than he did on the fucking allegation.
Not only that, and by the way, this guy in chat, people can't change. Explain to me how the fuck Zero has changed. Just because you haven't busted him diddling a fucking kid doesn't mean shit. Look at that fucking leaked screenshot from a technical stream. Does this look like a man who's fucking changed? Or does this look like a man who realizes now he can worm his little ass back into the fucking scene because he realizes they don't have the evidence that he already admitted to existing that he now claims never fucking happened. Okay? So explain to me how he changed.
Show it.
That's how you show change.
How do you show that?
I don't know.
Well, then what the fuck are you asking him for, dude?
I'm asking him because if you can't show it, then he can't even fucking explain.
That's a fucking retarded argument.
I have no idea how I would do it, Flamenco, because I didn't sex a 14-year-old girl. So it's not my problem to figure out how the fuck to do it. It's his problem to figure it out. He has to show the community. You can't give him this. I'm sorry.
No, I agree with Nick here. 100% agree with him. Flame's very in the wrong.
I'm sorry.
As you say so, I get it, dude.
He hasn't fucking demonstrated the fact that he isn't fucking like around.
I love how you
haven't fucking demonstrated, dude.
Like Flamenco, you're saying somebody's good because you don't know they're bad. That's not an argument, bro. That's bias.
I think that.
Okay. Whatever.
Literally,
you just
let
Bellwax go.
It's okay. Let Bellwax go, and then I got something to say after him.
A case can be made for whether he has changed or he hasn't changed, but which case is stronger? Looking at the facts objectively.
True.
In my opinion, I would. Maybe he has changed. I mean, I do want to trust Technicals on that level, and I really hope he has. But I mean, there's a lot of proof to the contrary as well. Like, you know, with the Discord DMs and like the fact that he's not clearing up certain things or whatever. I don't know. I feel like either one could be true that he has changed, but
Yeah, but he's not even owning up.
Either
dude.
one.
Like,
we don't know which one. So then
Yeah,
why are we
and that's the
welcoming him back
issue.
to the community without knowing what
That's
the fuck
the
is going
issue.
on?
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
convenient. People really miss him. He was the biggest Smash streamer in there, and a lot of kids grew up watching him. So it's very possible that people want him to come back. They want to see him succeed. And I don't think abusing that to give him a fucking fake redemption story where you pretend you got all this new information when in reality the only new information you have is I sabotaged myself.
Yeah.
That's the only new information in fucking Technicals' entire video. Everything else was already known. I sabotaged myself.
Yeah,
that's
and
fantastic.
to the people in
Flamenco.
chat that are saying,
that's fantastic, Technicals.
Yeah,
You
that's
did
the
great
fucking argument I'm
research.
making.
To the
Nick.
people
Thank
in chat that
goodness
are
you can just
saying-
make up arguments people are making without them actually making it, dude. It's really fucking easy to debunk those,
Flamenco,
isn't it?
just admit that Turkey Tom, if he fucked a 14-year-old, would be a fucking pedo, dude. You just
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows
You want to
better.
drop below it?
Yeah, because he knows better.
Zero knew
Oh,
better.
Yeah.
So I just need to like sit here and just
There's
agree
no
with you, Nick, and
excuse.
then I'll get better.
I
Like
hope
Augie said
so,
earlier, there's
because
no
it's really
excuse
easy.
Fucking turn
for
off my
being a
brain. It's like,
pedo.
oh,
Like,
how
you
would
know
be able
better.
to demonstrate that? I don't know, but Technicals is an asshole. Like that's a fucking retarded
Flamenco,
argument that I
plenty of
expect
people
from a
get
fucking
fucking molested
14-year-old.
and have bad fucking
Holy
wait,
shit.
Flamenco, plenty of people get
Uh-huh.
fucking molested and have bad fucking
Uh-huh.
times as a kid who don't hurt children. I
We have
agree
a lot of
debate
children.
that.
Listening to you, retard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, that's great then. Why don't you talk about what I just said?
You said that people get abused all the time and they commit things like that before. Oh my god,
hold
you're
on.
fucking
I gotta say,
insufferable. Holy
I
shit,
do
dude.
believe people can change. I mean, look at
You want debate topics, Flamenco? I'll give you
Uh-huh.
debate tactics. Let's go,
Hold on.
Flamenco.
What?
I do believe people can change. Look at the chat. Everyone's
Oh my
agreeing with Nick.
God,
That didn't
Nick,
happen
you are
before.
just
People
Yeah,
can change.
yeah,
retarded,
people
dude.
can change, just like the fucking chat when they realize that defending this guy makes them look like fucking weirdos. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to the other people in
defending
chat,
the guy.
and to the
I'm
other
not
people.
defending the guy.
I
I'm
know.
not
I wasn't
defending
talking.
anything
I
he
wasn't
fucking
talking to you,
did.
Flamenco. I wasn't talking to you, Flamenco.
Well,
but I will
okay,
talk
but
to
like
this guy in the
fucking-
chat.
You
all
get,
right.
you get
The person in
cackling
the chat.
retards like Nick going.
Who's the guy defending it? Yeah, I want to see that. Let's read. Let's go back to chat now. Augie and Bullock should be the only people on the stream. Keep crying, Flame. Doesn't know any better. Isn't an excuse, bruh. That still doesn't make it right. True. Flame W. Nick is obnoxious. I disagree. I'm mad. Flame W. Even though I disagree, Nick is spurging. Disagree again. I like Flame, but yeah. Give us some blood. This is crazy. Technicals is dying on the Zero Hill to farm views. LMFAO, Blood Sports, Flame is coping. Nick Spurg. Can Flame finish his sentence though? This is what I wanted. I love this. Let's go, Nick. Kick. Nick being mad. Can you let Flame talk though? Nick the Oreo. Nicholas is based. LMFAO, what is going on? Flame going Skrizzu. Nick on top for this one. True. LMAO. WTF is going on. People wanted Mini Lad back. That doesn't make him innocent. True. Agree with that strongly. How long are we gonna be here in this tech segment? That's the whole stream actually. That is literally the entire stream. Nick is on the Destiny cope. Ugh. Both of you should chill. Let's go. Flame ill based. Do you guys think Nario should have been banned too? I don't know who that is. Blood Sports, Nick is correct, but they weigh his conduct himself is super annoying. He is, but that's beside the point, Flamenco. Nick Spurg, Nick go. LMAO, so yeah, I don't see the guy. But anyways,
It's really weird.
All right. The person in the chat that says you guys are all emotion or whatever, yeah, there is fucking emotion. I do have fucking emotion in this story because I see an entire fucking community willing to give this guy a fucking lay out the fucking golden carpet, let him walk right back into the community full of fucking kids. Yeah, there is fucking emotion there. I am fucking mad. I am fucking balding. All right, I'll fucking say it proud because more people need to have more fucking emotion to this fucking story. Holy shit! Why would you have emotion in this?
All right. So yeah, I'm telling you right now, there are plenty of people who get molested who have terrible childhoods, who don't know what's going on, and they don't hurt children.
I would actually have changed Turkey Tom's question, who's like, if you knew that I spoke that way to a 14-year-old too, if you knew that I spoke to your 14-year-old cousin, like how much would that enrage you? You know?
Definitely fucking hate you.
also plenty of people who don't make excuses for people who are like molested as a child who hurt children.
Yeah, and frankly,
nobody's
if
making
that happened with
excuses
Turkey
for him,
Tom,
though.
Who's
No
the
one's,
one who wouldn't
no
say they're a
one's condoning
pedophile?
him.
Okay,
no
okay.
one's condoning him.
So if Turkey Tom,
Wait, real quick.
No, not real quick. I'm talking.
Find me where anybody is condoning anything Zero did.
Okay, let's figure it out. Walk you through the analogy
Answer the fucking question.
I am.
retard.
We're gonna walk you through the situation. You're gonna give me the answer I'm looking for.
Let's go.
Turkey Tom is 19. If he fucked a 14-year-old, what would you deem that?
Okay, my question was,
No,
when did
not your
anyone
question.
condone
When's my
anything
question?
Zero
Answer my
said?
question. You can't answer this question because it makes you look bad.
Yeah.
Okay, go through the analogy. Turkey Tom's 19, and if he fucked a 14-year-old, what would happen? What would you consider that?
Everyone would fucking hate him, obviously.
Okay, what would you consider that?
I'd consider that rape.
Okay, what would you consider them?
I just said
So
rape.
would you not? Okay. So what would you consider him? Would he be a pedophile?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
So what's the difference between him and Zero?
Bad childhood.
The difference between him and Zero is that this happened like once. He doesn't know that it was.
That doesn't
wrong.
make it
He might not
right.
know
There's
that it
the
was
excuses.
wrong.
So now you're making an excuse for him.
I'm not.
So
Yes,
when I
it's an
make
excuse,
the
though.
for him, that's the excuse.
The excuse is it happened once.
Okay, Nick. Answer my question. Where's anybody condoning what Zero did?
Flamenco, you just gave an excuse.
Oh my God, you.
Okay.
We're not moving off of this. We're not moving off of this. What would you describe what you just said?
Oh my God. Nick,
Okay, I think the problem we have is the
You
endorsement
can't argue
of
with a
Zero.
person who doesn't actually want to argue. Nick
No,
is
I
just
want to
like
argue. I'm winning very much right now.
You just want to
want
say,
you to keep
I'm
talking.
right, you're wrong, and you just want to.
No, I just want you to
Okay.
describe what you were just saying. What would you describe that as?
I just consider it as being pedophile.
I like fine, but yeah.
Okay,
I
so you would say he's a pedophile.
strongly.
Did he rape a
Honestly.
kid?
That's not the question. If you think that Turkey Tom would be a pedophile for fucking...
Oh my god!
If
Nick,
you
you
think
are
that
so
Turkey Tom-
fucking thick-headed. It's so fucking painful, dude.
No,
Okay.
you're literally being bad faith. So if you said
No,
that Turkey Tom
How
sexed
the
you a
fuck am I
14-year-old...
being bad faith?
I don't think he's
How
being
the
bad
fuck am I
faith.
being bad faith?
Because if you just said that
Wait,
Turkey
what
Tom
fucking
sexed
way
a
am I being bad
14-year-old...
faith? Answer the fucking question, fat shit.
I was in the middle of saying that.
Answer the fucking question.
If I had to guess, it would probably be the ad hom
Answer the
just now.
fucking question.
Well, yeah, I think I just did too.
No, you didn't. Answer the fucking question.
Oh,
I just
fuck.
did. It would probably be the ad hom.
It's the ad hoc. When I'm getting frustrated and I'm saying that when you're just.
Can you say re for me, Flamenco? Dude, if everyone wants to be bad faith to me,
Nick, I get it. I get it, Nick.
Let's
You
talk.
are so fucking up your ass that you don't listen to anybody else, anything
That's
anybody
fantastic.
says.
Okay, so what
You
were
want
you
to
just
fucking
doing
put
when you were...
words in people's mouth instead of actually
didn't have
engaging with what they
words. You
say.
literally
I
just
get
said
it, but it's a fucking character flaw, dude.
So when you're describing him as somebody who had a bad childhood, what are you doing?
I'm saying that might be an explanation as to why he did it and why he isn't doing that
so you're
now.
making excuses. I
I
appreciate
didn't
it.
fucking make an excuse.
All right, dude.
Oh.
Technicals didn't make an excuse either. Technicals doesn't think that he should be
Technicals made
allowed to
plenty of
fucking
excuses.
smash
I can link you one right now.
How is he making an excuse for him?
I think he made an excuse. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can
think
play
he did.
another excuse.
because like, okay,
I have a link. I can give you one.
okay.
right now.
Here's something Flamenco asked. Did he condone it? Maybe he not explicitly condoned it, but he
He
endorsed.
didn't condone it in fucking way, dude.
No one's
He
arguing he condoned it.
fucking paid him that it was wrong. Yeah, I'm laughing, so I'm right. Like, holy shit, Nick. Are you?
Let's give
I'm
Flamenco
just
the
right,
room and
Flamenco.
time to answer why he thinks it isn't an excuse.
Yeah, let's be a little fair though.
Okay.
Is that the interruptions?
I can't fucking engage with him. He's
I'm
just
not
gonna like
interrupting you.
tackle and. Oh my god. I'm losing my cool with this.
This is why I like
Holy shit.
Augie's show though. It's like, so hang
what's
on.
the
This is why I like Augie's show though. It's just not like one full on opinion. And like one person makes an opinion, everybody's gonna instantly agree with that opinion. It's like different points of the story, right? Or different thinking of the story. So it gets you thinking too, right, about the topic at hand, right? Even if the majority of us watching this and the majority of the people in this call right now agree with Nick, we still have some other sides to the story that are here and that get to speak on the show. This is why I like Augie's show.
Question, buddy. What's the fucking question, Nick?
I know, ask Bo Blacks. He's the one who asked it. I know you haven't really been paying attention to this conversation.
Oh my god. Nick, you know
okay.
what? Like, you can bitch and moan about the ad homs, this snarky little snipes. Like, you're a fucking retard and a piece of shit, dude.
Thanks.
All right.
I appreciate it. Now,
I
can you answer the
know,
question?
buddy.
Get
What's
over
the
them, right?
fucking question?
I'm trying to make a third person cry on stream. Can you answer the question?
I'm not gonna cry, retard.
Well, you're pretty fucking close right now. I can hear the tears.
I'm actually just fucking close to completely just getting rid of you in any sort of context and talking to you, dude.
Jesus Christ! Should I call the police?
You are a... Oh my god! No, you're just...
Hang back, Hacks. I don't know. Should we ban this guy from Smash events?
Should we get back on topic, or how much longer we got to go through this?
That's not what they meant by blood for the blood gods, my dude.
Chill.
Nick, you're a fucking faggot.
Yeah.
Whoa! Hey!
Dude, Edwin's on Twitch!
Dude, even Stars is tuned in here. Come on, guys. Some of us are reacting on Twitch, man. Listen, we're just gonna tone it down just a little bit. I know.
Yeah,
like,
we do. Yeah.
Just a little bit. I don't
want to give Flamenco a little bit of room to calm down.
Just being a disingenuous fat piece of shit. That's what Nick needs to do.
I appreciate you.
We've had a lot.
I'm getting fucking annoyed because a fat little sack of shit is just and just completely not engaging with anybody fucking says because he's already made up his fucking mind and he's pretending like he isn't.
Okay, so
I'll reconvene after the stream. Thank you guys so much. I love everybody.
Thank goodness, now we can actually accomplish something.
Holy shit! Oreo and my bookie and in the Fortnite item shop. I think right now they have Nick Fury in the item shop.
Something in the conversation. Holy fucking shit!
It's a 2,000 Fortnite coin bundle, and you can get Nick Fury in the item shop. So I'll talk to you guys later. Big ups to Liquid Richard.
Okay, so now that Nick's gone,
finally, now we can actually accomplish something in the fucking conversation.
A platform to speak and actually think.
Yeah.
I mean, you need a little time to calm down, but
yeah,
Nick can afford you that luxury. Anyways, so the question, I guess, was, Nick thinks you're making excuses. So what would your answer be? Like, why is it not an excuse? What you said about
he's not trying to say that Zero should be allowed back into Smash tournaments. He says that I think in the video it's pretty clear that he makes the explanation that he doesn't or in subsequent things he doesn't believe that Zero should be allowed back in Smash tournaments. I think Technicals has had like a pretty solid zero tolerance policy for any sort of sexual improprieties like that. What he's saying is that he believes that he has changed and isn't going to reoffend and should be at least allowed to make YouTube content again. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay. There we go.
Isn't it so much fucking easier without a fucking cackling fat ass hyena? Holy shit.
All right. I did notice a couple times, like in the conversation, like Nick would ask you a question and you would answer, but then you ask Nick a question and he wouldn't answer,
exactly. Because you can't fucking argue with a person whose head is so fucking far up their ass that they've already decided that any other conversation to the contrary is a complete fucking waste of time. It is the most insufferable character attribute he fucking has. And anyone who denies that he has that is fucking lying, dude.
So and as you can see in that Discord message on the screen, Technicals is also shit talking Augie. What's up with that?
Yeah,
really?
So I'll re-enter this conversation.
Okay, so it's Technicals Augie drama starts.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad y'all went at it because I needed to calm down myself.
Yeah, I did. Good.
I need to look at it.
Look, it's an emotionally charged topic, obviously.
It is pretty emotional.
The reason why this topic is so charged is because it relates to obviously very serious things, but it's created a fucking divide in the community where everybody is questioning whether or not each other are acting in fucking bad faith here. It's just so fucking nuclear to me. Now, Flamenco, I'll let you fucking, I'll be your friend. I'll let you, like, fucking, run off or something on stream. But I think you know well where I stand on all of this.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, but
and I would say, like, to what I believe your like concern is. I think that's a completely valid concern, and I think that a compromise would be if Zero has like interactions or like all of his like Discord and emails sort of like monitored by a person who's just keeping him accountable. Would you say that that's like a adequate sort of like compromise to that sort of like fear that he might use this to reoffend?
When it comes to whether or not I think Zero's going to reoffend or something like that, I don't know. And that's the problem.
Right. And that's a completely valid concern to have.
I don't trust this guy. I think if he's exhibited behaviors in the past, whether or not he's reoffended in the last 7 years, I think is irrelevant. I just
Yeah.
don't. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with that. I think this guy is fucking sketchy.
He needs to be
and I think
held
he's done
accountable.
enough
Even if he admits
to
to
where
it,
he probably
like,
shouldn't be let
that
back in.
still doesn't mean it was right. That
community,
doesn't mean he should
a
deserve to
job
come
that has him
back
interacting with a lot
to
of
YouTube
children,
or
because
whatever.
whether or not you like it, all right, his fucking YouTube channel, just because he's not making videos with kids or having a whole team of kids, all right, just because he doesn't have that anymore, he's the comment section, that girl that he met, the Ice Cube girl, or Katie, he met from his fucking Twitch chat. That wasn't somebody that worked for him. That wasn't somebody. That was just a viewer. That was just somebody that watches content. And that's the problem here. That's the problem. That's my issue. And you know, you want, like, I don't know what your position. Like, do you, if you think Technicals didn't make any excuses, that's just incorrect.
Yeah,
he absolutely.
I don't think
did.
he did though. I don't think he did. I think he said. I think he flat out said verbatim that like Zero fucked up, and he wasn't making an excuse.
Right.
For them.
But you can acknowledge somebody fucked up and still make excuses for them. Like, it's not mutually
Right.
exclusive. That's what we're saying.
I think he made. I don't think he made the. Again, I don't think he made an excuse, but I think he made the case of like why he believes that Zero won't reoffend.
You know what? If he made the case, it didn't sell me. It didn't sell me one way.
And
or
that's
the
fair
other.
enough. Do you think that like, again, like I said before, if there was like a third party that's not like a friend of Zero's to like, I don't know, have access to all of his like emails and his Discord, make sure that he's not, you know, engaging in any sort of like behavior that he shouldn't with anybody, would you feel a little bit more comfortable with him coming back to the community?
That's the problem.
No.
Why does it need to be an
He needs to
endorsement for this
be
kind of
No,
person?
because I
blackballed.
could see all of his fucking, you know, I could see,
Everywhere.
oh, well, here's his Discord logs and he hasn't talked to a kid. Okay. What about, you know, real life? Or what about some other platform or something? Or what if he's
like Skype
doing it from a
or-
secret identity? I don't fucking know.
Or an alt account.
You know, like I can't, you can't tell
You
me.
can't
oh,
confirm
he
it. You
didn't
can't
do
just go through
again,
everything.
Or here's his DMs. Here's his, you know, team with all his kids or something, and he didn't touch any of them. You can't show me that and have me go, oh, okay, let's let him back. No.
I think we've generally established within the YouTube and gaming community that if you do something with kids, you don't get a second chance. You just lose that
Yeah,
privilege.
people-
Yeah, you get
if you're not
blackballed
offending in the future,
everywhere,
that's
as you
great,
should.
You know,
People
I'm
keep
glad
saying
he
give him a
improved,
second chance.
but
I don't agree.
he doesn't. He lost his platform as a consequence of his actions, right?
Yeah, and that was deserved.
This always happens in the YouTube community. Whenever somebody gets caught doing stuff with kids, that's generally seen as, okay, you gotta go. Now,
Yeah,
I
nowadays
think
it's
that
like
standard has either never existed,
it's been become
or it's changed, or
it's become
something has
lower.
happened.
The bar has
And that's
become
why I'm
lower.
fucking
That's what I-
screaming on
that's my
stream.
take.
That's why I'm getting upset. That's why I don't like anything that I'm seeing, because I'm seeing a previously incredibly important held position that an entire community agreed on. Yeah, this is bad. I'm seeing
like
that.
let's take this as an example, right? If Dream came out to this as an example, if Dream came out to be a pedo, there's already an audience out there that think that Dream's a racist, so they would just add to this layer of badness about Dream. They'd be like, "Yeah, guys, Dream's a pedo and everything." Of course, rightfully so. They would call him out on it, everything. This is from like a drama that happened a long time ago on Twitter, where I think it was called "Dream is Out" or something. I forgot what it was called. It was a hashtag, and basically like a Twitter space happened where people were calling Dream racist, and they made like some fake tweets about Dream being racist or whatever, and then. Yeah, so it was a whole thing. But anyways, like there's already an audience out there. So if Dream came out to be like a confirmed pedophile, this audience would be probably the first ones to call him out, as they should. And I would agree with them on this part. Like when they called him out for being a racist, that was all BS. But as they should call him out for being a pedophile. It would be trending on Twitter, and his career would be over because even that audience will get added to with the bonus of people like being like, oh, we didn't think he was a racist before, but now that he's a confirmed pedophile, yeah, he's got to go. So yeah,
either reversed, or I'm seeing people who never.
That's the
really
bar's
believed
gone
that in
low,
the
is what I'm
first place.
saying.
And that's worrying to me.
Like if this was Dream, the bar would be super high, and he would never like reveal. But if this is like
why that is
I didn't
like,
do a good job
very
valid
because you don't.
So essentially, what I'm saying is like if this was like someone like Dream. This would, like, obviously it would easily get canceled, but because this is somebody who's, like, you know, who people just, the Smash community cares about, like Augie said, the bar is very low for this person. because they care for this person. They think he's a good guy or whatever. Well, that's what they want to believe, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how they think. But yeah, that's my take on it.
Because like once this has already happened and they've already like used their internet fame to do something like that, like you always want to be like wary that they're going to do it again. That's why usually I think like the best case scenario is to like go forward unless you think like there's a valid reason to think that they will not offend again. And I think that's what Technicals' video and what he was trying to get across was. I could be wrong though, so I don't want to talk for him. But that's why I'm like I kind of think that like Technicals' video was okay.
Like, okay, that would be one thing, but my issue with the video is that there was no true acknowledgement that he even did wrong. Like, all of it was trying to debunk.
He did.
And even when they referred to Katie, they said she was allegedly 14. It's like, no, it doesn't even matter if she's even say it's a fucking like what do they call a decoy, right? Like in Chris Hansen's show, right? Like, like he was under the impression that she was 14, like even if she wasn't, quote unquote. But like, I think it's slimy to say allegedly 14 years old. No, she's a fucking minor, dude.
Yeah,
like
allegedly 14.
He's obviously trying to put doubt in people's heads.
I think Technicals did like flat out condone it though. That's what my contention is.
You do think he condoned?
Yes, I think he verbatim condoned it.
Wait, so why did you just argue against it?
No, he.
I think
again.
Do you mean condemn it? Is that what you're trying to say?
Or condemned it. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very different word.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what you're trying to say. I had to play defense for you on that one.
Yeah, because I'm getting my words mixed up now. I'm getting my words mixed up now.
Sure.
I've been spurging out just a little bit today.
Yeah, too much.
Forgive me.
A little too
but
much than
yeah,
usual.
I think
Not kidding. I
think that's what Technicals.
He's actually one of my favorite people on the panel. They're on here.
Main like thing was, you know what I mean?
And I like everyone that's on here. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I mean, I think the issue with some people
That's
here
Edwin, I believe,
is like the endorsement essentially. Like I personally feel like Technicals was very dishonest in the way he portrayed his video. You know.
Yes.
And yeah, but
based on what I've seen
obviously
tonight,
the story's
yeah.
evolved, and we haven't even gotten to the fucking Twitter shit that went on today, which is.
Yeah, we
insane.
can go ahead and do that. We can go ahead.
Yeah, we get into the actual like crazy Twitter shit now.
Made
the
point
title card
clear. All right.
I'm glad we spent that long on the segment though. It got us a deep dive, not just like a
minute or something. I just
quick explanation. It got us a deep dive.
So, you guys want to screen share?
So,
I messed up.
All right,
I was meaning to see it, but I never got around to it.
Let's hit it.
Zero's conversations with Katie were 100% irresponsible and wrong, in my opinion. The issue for me is that this isn't something that was caught in the moment. This happened once 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's not coming in through the screen record.
Oh, I'm not sharing the right thing. Hold on.
Oh, whoops.
Thank you.
Also, I see people tell me to add Aiden. I don't think I can morally add Aiden to this, considering
Don't add Aiden.
No, we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about sex stuff. Minors, get the fuck out of this stream.
I don't know. I'm sure he's gonna fucking get really mad at me or something. I just can't do it, like, genuinely, so I don't know. All right.
Zero's conversations with Katie were 100% irresponsible and wrong, in my opinion. The issue for me is that this isn't something that was caught in the moment. This happened once 7 years ago when he was 19, and then never happened again.
Soliciting nudes from a 14-year-old. That's what we're talking about, right? That's the thing that never happened again. He was flirting with a 14-year-old.
The only inference I can reasonably pull from that is that he either realized it was wrong and stopped it himself, or his mental maturity finally caught up with him after years of trauma and a lack of proper education. He's been with Vanessa for 5 years now, and they're happily married.
Who the fuck cares?
I can't for the life of me point to anything that would correlate him being a current danger to children, like Leffen would suggest.
If you think he isn't a danger to children, then why would he still be banned at Smash events?
You don't have to say anything. So I'll just say the only thing that's left to say. Welcome back, Zero.
Well, he wasn't banned from YouTube, he was banned from Smash events. So what are we welcoming him back to? All right, now let's go to the new video.
First off, just to clarify, when I say welcome back, Zero, I mean welcome back to uploading content, not to Smash events. Despite me never making that argument, I think it's worth clearing up.
Dude, that was you making the argument. That literally was you making the argument. You're walking it back. That is a complete walk back. You're trying to sound smart, but you literally walked it back right there. Admit it. Oh, dude, this video makes this video so much worse.
Yep, that's what's up. Fuck yeah. And can I also just say that like
Zero's conversations with Katie.
I want to say that like nobody ever like took away Zero's platform. He literally took it away himself. He said, I'm gonna take a break permanently. That's what his fucking quote unquote suicide note, which is just him exposing himself, says. Nobody fucking canceled him, dude. He self-canceled. He said that. So it's like nobody stopped you from making content. This is the shit that fucking cringes me out. That's why I'm so Technicals, you're dishonest, bro.
I think it was more because he wasn't wanting to like come back to a community that was like overtly hostile to him. So I think that's what he meant, but like I don't think it was like I think that was the only thing that was stopping him from uploading more content.
Yeah. Makes no sense to me why they want to be hostile to this guy. That's what I'm saying.
No, I understand why they want to be hostile. I think
it's one of those things where it's not exactly
like again, because I gotta make my statements completely clear. I think that the hostility towards Zero is like still 100% warranted.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that he should be like executed.
No, nobody was ever executing him, you know?
Well, like that's like the only realistic way that like he can't come back though, is what I think it kind of comes down.
He shouldn't be working in a job that has children involved. That's my stance.
Hey, and here's my thought process. A realistic way for him to come back to YouTube if he really wants to be a YouTuber again or whatever, because he self-canceled. He said, I don't deserve this, etc., etc. How about just not talk about this, not try to like I'm taking a lawsuit against the people that accuse me and stuff. I think like you're revisiting this, you're reopening this for us to take a fucking magnifying glass on. And you know what, people in the chat asking, is Zero and Technicals friends? I don't know, but they might be more than friends considering Technicals is part of this lawsuit they're doing together. Like they're both in this lawsuit. It's so weird. Like why are they both doing this? Lawsuits on YouTube are fucking cringe. Don't we know that?
They don't work.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, all right.
They don't work. Every time this shit escalates to lawsuit level, it very rarely works. The only time I can remember it working in recent years was Keemstar and Romeo Lacoste.
Yeah. I just want to add to this, by the way. I just want to add one thing. I just want to hop in again. Sorry to interrupt. One of the things that Technicals is suing Jisoo for is supposedly promoting underage drinking, right?
That's true. He mentioned that in his video.
Real quick. Is that an actual lawsuit, or is that like...
It's an actual lawsuit.
No, real quick. Is that him doing a lawsuit, or is that him trying to get her banned from Smash events?
It is him doing a lawsuit. He told me he told me in person he's suing her. Like he told me he's doing this.
This is also
true.
Do you think no underage drinking? Do you think no underage drinking goes on at any YouTube event? Do you think maybe Technicals may have been at some YouTube event where underage drinking was going on? Do you think maybe that was the case?
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a lot of other people he should sue right fucking now.
Did he say that he was going to sue her for that verbatim?
Yes.
Like, okay.
In his video.
Just making sure.
I think there's a lot of other people. No, he should be suing.
I think he was reading off things that like get you banned from Smash events. That's what I'm asking. Because like the way that they word that shit
if this was going, if this was a Smash event thing, this should have been a twit longer or a fucking Reddit post. Should not be a lawsuit.
I don't know if I don't know if he's actually suing her for that. So.
Okay, I'm telling you, unless there's something huge I'm missing here, this is everything I've been told.
Well, he already said it in his video. We can probably find it through the YouTube transcripts.
Yeah, he said it publicly.
Oh, there's no transcript.
Yeah, you think I, 19-year-old, somewhat degenerate Turkey Tom, wasn't drinking at VidCon at all? You don't think I had any alcohol there? No,
whoa,
I
you confessing to a crime, sir?
Or what about co-degenerate AugieRFC? What about that?
Whoa, no,
I didn't want to out you like that, but it's like seriously, like you think I've never had like that was one of the most infuriating arguments from his past videos. You're really gonna take this like argument, this Puritan argument against underage drinking? Have you ever been to college? I don't know if you went to college. I'm in college. Last year I was probably drinking every weekend for like probably 3 months straight. To my school, man. I'll DM it to you if you want, Tech. Like I don't. This just comes to me like he's willing to throw anything, regardless of principles, at some people.
Yeah.
To
nobody
rescue his
actually
friend.
gives a fuck about underage drinking. All right, they don't. It's just a tool to go after other people. That's what it is. And he was there at VidCon when Tom was fucking drinking. So
Oki's weird stories lame as hell. Tom, fuck off. Fuck off. You know what's lame as hell? Defending a pedophile. I'm out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or suing people for underage for allowing underage drinking to happen in their vicinity. I don't know.
I gotta shoot him.
It's pretty lame to me.
Dumb.
Pretty fucking lame. But yeah. Anyway, that's Willie Mac's video. I guess we can go through the Twitter discourse here. By the way, I saw Oki Weird Stories. He was asking who's moderating this. There's no debate. There's no moderation. If Tech wants to call in, that's fine. But this is never debate.
Although there's going to be a debate we're going to watch in a while, guys. Just after this ends. So, got a little while till it. Actually, what's left of the video?
I guess Flamenco.
Everything's kind of important in this
Flamenco having
video,
some...
though. So we got... We're at the hour and 21-minute mark. So right here, Tom joins against Quick Talk with Jisoo lawsuit, Tech versus Nicholas Diorio tweets, Tech's brother situation. Okay, yeah, I need to catch up on all of this
Contrasting
stuff.
opinions.
This
is valuable to the conversation.
I mean, like, I don't even necessarily disagree with where you guys are coming from at all. I just don't like.
Dude. So you're just playing devil's advocate to play devil's advocate?
No, I don't. Not even devil's. Like, the way that I see it is, I believe Technicals made a case that Zero will not reoffend, and I think that in that context, he should be allowed to like go back to making YouTube shit. I think that there should be a zero tolerance policy at these events for sexual impropriety.
Zero tolerance. Yeah,
exactly. And since Zero unequivocally confessed to doing this, that he should not be allowed at Smash events whatsoever. Furthermore, I would even say that my compromise is something I would be more comfortable with. I think that his communications need to be monitored. I think people need to be checking up on him regularly, because that is like an actual active concern when dealing with content that goes towards younger people. I think that because it's a very thin line between saying that what I just said and people just calling Technicals a pedophile or something, and calling calling Zero a pedophile and calling Technicals a pedophile enabler or something like that. I don't know. That's my opinion of it. I don't know.
And important perspective.
It's amazing how
especially in contrast to everybody else here. So
it's amazing how you can get things out and when you're talking.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we even converted the chat, dude. The chat was on Technical's nuts.
I mean,
hardcore.
I'm pretty sure most of the chat would be agreeing with Flamenco a week ago, and now, or whenever we did the one.
I guess we got to do a little more work on Flamenco here.
No, I mean, having different opinions is fine. I think his perspective is
You just gotta threaten my YouTube channel growth if I don't go along with the party line.
What? Distant Kingdom Flamenco's the only one.
You didn't hear that, Edwin?
Here. Yeah, you can fuck right off, dude. Now listen here, Distant Kingdom, you can fuck right off, all right? You've been bitching and whining in the chat the entire fucking time, dude. I saw you sitting in the chat waiting for a fucking hour for the show to go off. There's some fucking verified checkmark I've never heard of or some shit. You're sitting in the chat waiting, let's fucking go. And then when the stream goes on there and you realize that we're not actually gonna suck Technical's ass like the rest of the fucking community, suddenly you have a problem.
What, are there people actually defending Technicals on video?
Fucking woman in the chat every single time. You're being too emotional. You're being too emotional. You're not saying this thing. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Dude. You haven't said a single thing worthy of value or intelligence at all. You suck. You suck. You're terrible. Go play your little fucking. I looked at your channel. You play fucking Pokemon. Yeah, you should stick to playing that. Instead of talking about stuff that actually fucking matters. All right, go play your fucking Pokemon. Go throw your little fucking balls. All right, get the fuck out of here. That's all I gotta say.
He'll be banned.
All right.
I hope Augie banned.
Somebody else said something in the chat I wanted to respond to. They were like, "You're so mad. You're the one bitching. You've been bitching in the chat for 2 hours. You're the one bitching in the chat for 2 hours. I made like $500 this stream. All right. So if you want to say who's mad, all right, I'm doing just fine. Speaking of being mad, somebody in the chat also that I wanted to address said, "Damn, Augie must really hate Technicals." No. I actually don't. I was even gonna go I was gonna go way more chill and charitable tonight until he unfollowed me and started playing the victim on Twitter. But we'll get into that. Don't worry.
What? So this is how the debate started?
Man. So if you guys in the chat want to sit here and fucking cry, you've got hours of content ahead of y'all. All right.
Nice.
So prepare to, pull out the tissues or something. Wipe the fucking eyeballs. Because we got more stuff to go through. All right. So you'll make it. Okay. Relax. All right. I know we're not sucking some pedophile's ass, all right? But you can cope, all right? I believe in you. You can make it, okay? Anyway, maybe you should play some fucking Pokemon. Maybe that'll calm you down.
Some Brilliant and Diamond just came out.
Or something.
You can go play that.
And calm your fucking ass.
Probably this too.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Twitter.
The Twitter shit now.
All right, so now we're getting into how the drama between Augie and Tech
So Willie Mack
started.
made his point here. Somebody responded. Technicals has made the point many times that just because he views Zero as not a danger to children doesn't mean he should also be allowed in tournaments. Nick responds, so Technicals thinks that Zero isn't actively a danger to children. The evidence that Zero solicited nudes from a minor apparently can't be proven or found. We can't take the confession as proof because he was in distress. Why won't Tech just let him play video games? It just seems insane to me that Mr. I'm gonna burn the entire community to the ground, lol, is so outwardly confident that we can welcome Zero back to the community, but once tournaments are brought up, it's, whoa, I didn't make that argument. So Tech comes in here. If it ever happens, which it won't, I can be the first person you cancel. Shake on it. Maybe then you'll shut the fuck up if I give you some drama. This goes for anyone else. I'm that confident. Nick then responds, Tech, LMAO, if it ever happens again, your channel is going to be a crater. That's not really my point. The Smash community is finally cleansing their image of being weird degenerates after last year's Me Too, and then you dig up someone you admit was a fucking danger to children. He shows the screenshot right here. Willie Mack. Sorry, IGP. That's another face value takeaway, though. The evidence what happened is enough to keep him banned, but that doesn't mean at all that he is a current threat to children, and that's the takeaway I got. Dude should be allowed to redeem and live his life from making a mistake. I would not consider that just simply a mistake. Willie Mack comes in here, says, as long as we are acknowledging that he was a threat back then. Technical says, I think you're assuming anyone disagrees with you on that. We all agree. So on my show, Technicals admits Zero is guilty of committing a pedophilic action.
So hang on, guys. I gotta go to the restroom, actually. So I'll be back in like 2 seconds. I'm back. Let's continue.
Here, he admits that Zero was previously a danger to children. So Tech responds, you're so obtuse and don't get me started on your weight. I'm not arguing psychology with someone who openly declares they don't give a shit about it. Yeah, I don't really care about the psychology of people who talk to children. Go crab on Ethan Klein or something. And that's when Nick says, I mean, you're running around playing defense super hard for this guy and crying about Augie's videos nobody watches. Fuck you, Nick.
I love how
Technicals is my best friend.
Yeah, you know what? We're flipping sides. Hey, Distant Kingdom, we're back. All right, we're on your side now. We're gonna play Pokemon together.
Yeah, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait, pause the game. I'm joining the lobby.
Willie didn't die.
Yeah,
Just came out. Let's go.
We got
you died.
people in the house.
League of Legends. Yeah, let's go.
We got
Let's go.
people now.
Pokemon League.
Let's go.
All right.
I love how
Nick
Nick
says, I'll
snuck
keep
that
making
in.
videos in H3, and you keep explaining 15 different ways how Zero's childhood trauma explains why he's listed news from a 14-year-old. Then Nick shows this DM right here. Now, we already talked about this, all right? But we didn't read the bottom part. Also, if you guys keep making shitty arguments like Augie's, I probably won't just ignore them, but I respect your right to do so. Well, it's funny that he mentions that, right? Because me and Technicals actually had a conversation when my video came out where I explained why Zero's whole argument that it was a suicide letter doesn't make any fucking sense. And as a matter of fact, I'll read to you guys that right now. Because, you know, I'm in a lose-lose situation. either I quote unquote leak DMs, which apparently is some golden rule that exists. Oh, you can never leak a DM.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean,
good
just
one.
yeah.
So either I have to break the quote unquote golden rule that doesn't exist, where you can never leak DMs, or I have to butcher a quote from Technicals and potentially get it wrong. So rather than do the second option, I'll just do the first and leak DMs and read his words for you. So let me open it up right here.
I feel like that's a golden rule for people that you're amicable with.
Yeah, there's no honor among thieves, all right? Look, there are contexts in which you should never leak DMs. If you're talking about something private, probably shouldn't leak DMs, all right? If you're fucking just having a normal conversation with somebody, you probably shouldn't share those DMs with somebody.
Yeah,
right?
if it's something illegal, that's different.
Stuff in one instance, and then acting completely different in another instance. Well, yeah.
Or it's something illegal. Yeah.
So here's my DMs with Technicals. So he wrote me right after I released my video where I poked a hole through Zero's excuse. And he says, I'm not going to leave a comment, but I cut that bottom part so I wouldn't have to highlight the segment I'm reading, and I had debunked the Laura story already. I wasn't hiding it. Now, what Technicals is talking about is in his video, he edited the Zero statement to Katie and only showed the Katie part. All right. Now, I had never said, and I still don't believe this, right, that Zero did that edit maliciously. That wasn't a malicious crop. He just did that because he was talking about one thing and the other information wasn't relevant to the segment. All right. I acknowledged that in the video twice and to his DMs. I immediately responded. I was like, here's what I said. I said, yeah, I figured. I never thought you were being malicious or dishonest. I just figured it was because the info wasn't relevant to the segment. I made sure to clarify that multiple times. So then Tech responds, all right, cool. Also, you misspelled my name in the title. I said, dude, I can never spell your name. It's like a dyslexia thing. Then he says, also, you're honestly equally brave to stick to your guns with how much blind shit you're getting.
I agree with that.
Sorry you're catching strays, LOL. Guys, this was a week ago, all right? So he opens up the conversation being like, hey, just letting you know, I wasn't being dishonest here. I then say, yeah, I agree with you. Then he's like saying, yeah, man, you're pretty brave for, having this stance. He's being positive. He's saying I'm brave for having that stance. So, okay. Doesn't seem like my argument's so shitty. He's praising me for it. He's praising me for saying it. And so I told him, I was like, LOL, I'm used to it. I had a pretty nuclear take on the pyrocynical situation last year when that came out, and boy, did I get it. Then I showed him a screenshot showing how many dislikes I got back then. Showing to him, I don't care if my take is hot. I don't give a shit about dislikes. Then he said, I appreciate
just numbers
the
at the end of the day.
Makes me actually have to work somewhat for a consistent argument. So now he's thanking me for making the argument. And then I responded, I said, no, deadass, the dialogue has been fun as fuck. I love a story that actually makes me think. And then he hearted my response. At no point in that conversation did I get the idea that my argument was shitty. All right? So Tech to come here on Twitter in Nick's DMs. Also, if you guys are going to keep making shitty arguments, is it a small snipe, a small comment? Yeah, maybe. But it's dishonest. No matter however small of a point it may be, he's being dishonest here. He didn't say my argument shitty in my DMs. He praised me for making it.
So basically, to
that
you, he
doesn't make
said,
any sense.
he said, I appreciate you, expressing yourself, even if it's against me, And then now to Nick, he's saying, I'm not fucking fight back if y'all keep up with your dumb shit.
He praised me for standing by my convictions, and he said he appreciated it. If somebody was making a shitty argument against me, I would not appreciate that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be praising them and hearting
So I wrote
stuff.
Tech and I said, genuinely curious, if you thought my argument was so shitty, why didn't you match that energy when we talked?
Hang on, just gonna put on Halo. I gotta
talked in DMs within an hour that I made my video, and I added him. And he wrote me and he lies here. He says,
I turned up the full volume for Halo for the other Halo stream we did the other day, so I'll have to change that. So I want to pause Augie's stream real quick so that way you guys can hear everything Augie has to say, because I just 100% agree with them on every take. So give me a second. I can try to play it.
I did. I told you I wasn't going to make a comment and then told you why your argument was wrong. Go look at it right now. Well, I looked at it right now. I just did on stream. I read it. And he's wrong. And I wrote him, I said, you came into my DMs and told me the reason you edited Zero's Split Longer down because the information shown at the time was the stuff that was relevant to the Katie segment. I already acknowledged this in my video at least 2 times and in your DMs. After that, you thanked me for the dialogue. At no point did I get the impression that you thought my argument was shitty. So he told me, yo, Look at the DMs. I did, and he's dead wrong here. He's dead wrong. So just wanted to clarify that point here. We can continue. Tex says you have 0 concrete arguments, and I'm honestly not surprised that even though it's not necessary, you post private conversations to desperately win. Kind of lost all my respect. I was holding on with that one. So now Tech is crying that a DM was leaked where he's being dishonest, and now he thinks that it's about Twitter likes. No, not at all.
If there's anyone that doesn't care about Twitter
Nick
likes,
says, I lost a bit of respect for you here when you broke into song and dance, talk about how hard his schooling was to deflect from answering. Also, I made it clear I was getting a statement in that DM to address a disagreement with Flamenco. LOL. What did you think it was for? We have a little conversation right here. Let's take a listen.
It's objectively bad to message a minor, right? I'm not saying he's a pedophile. I'm not saying slipping up being a pedophile. It would be slipping up showing something that is pedophilic. But what I'm trying to say is that in middle school, right, he didn't even go to middle school a lot of the time. He was fucking bullied so much, he actually got into so many fights that he couldn't go to school until he was 16. And he tried to kill himself when he was 10 by jumping out a window.
You're doing it again. I'm asking a question on like what he would be, and you're giving me a sob story about how he tried to kill himself by jumping out of a fucking window.
Oh my fucking god, dude! You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're just calling it a sob story. I'm giving you the reason why he's not a pedophile.
Are you saying that you can do a pedophilic action, but
how's
not
audio
pedophile?
balancing?
Yes.
Okay, so it's good. It's decent.
Okay. Dude.
I want to fix.
Okay.
And I would say,
take a walk.
Lower.
There you go.
wow, I'm cut off even in the fucking clip by Nick. Jesus.
Well, if I have to speak, I'll
Yeah, there you go. Did Tech respond to this? No.
I'll pause it as usual.
But I'll tell you who did respond. Lolicons. Lolicons. And just to really exemplify what I'm saying, because people are like, well, Augie, who's defending technicals? Yeah, suck my fucking dick. All right? I pointed out this person is a fucking lolicon. All right? And I got shit for this. People were like, Augie, that's irrelevant. He's a fucking lolicon, all right? If Zero's top defenders are people that watch this shit, that kind of says something, doesn't it?
Like, that's like one commenter, dude.
Yeah, but I saw a few, all right? I'm not, my argument doesn't hinge on this.
I know, but that's
my argument doesn't hinge on this, but I'm just saying, it paints the picture for itself, all right? My argument does not.
I think it's a really weak argument.
Flamenco, if my argument hinged entirely on this, you would be correct, but it doesn't. It's just a point. I'm just saying, it's just, I mean, it's like parody over here. And the lolicon ratioed Nick. And then when I goofed on him, he came into my comments and he got a shitload of likes there too. I don't think he ratioed me, but he got a way more than he should for being a proud, open lolicon consumer. So that's just funny. But we can continue on here. Happy Thanksgiving. Take this one day to not talk about fucking kids and have some good food. Just thankful Nick won't be there so I can get a plate. Okay, funny joke.
Yes,
I like that.
Yeah, that is kind of, yeah.
I guess.
Flamenco says Nick Flamenco. Nick says
everyone's fucking up with names today.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Literally.
My autism is spreading.
Nick says Thanksgiving seems really hard for Tech this year, showing that he got unfollowed. Also, I got unfollowed today. I got unfollowed.
Same.
Interesting.
He unfollowed me too.
Yeah.
Oh, YouTube tipster, damn.
We'll get into why that happened. All right, trust me. We haven't even gotten to the stuff Connor posted. Technicals then posted. I tweeted that and immediately had sex. Can't say the same for you.
That's a good meme. That's a good meme.
Nick is probably just mauling because he uploads to a channel with 5 million subs and still can't outdo his own. I'm handling a whole community. One more dumbass isn't an issue. So the guy that's complaining about people making about numbers in Twitter is bringing up numbers and letting everybody know how much of a fucking chat he is. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's a bad luck.
So we can continue here.
I tweeted that and immediately had sex.
I mean, it's laughable, really.
I'm gonna after every tweet I make, I'm gonna like plow someone, dude. It's my new goal.
Yeah, that's how you do it. So Nick writes, someone says, it's actually because I think it's weird you're going so hard making excuses for a guy who explicitly asked a 14-year-old girl to photograph herself performing a sex act and later told her he hopes she finds someone her own age. Like, I know you desperately want this to be a clout thing, but if you want to talk about clout, I'd love to be a fly on Leffen's wall right now, listening to him laughing his ass off that you picked this hill to die on. We got Willie Mack coming in here. A guy acted predatory towards a child online. We just welcomed him back to an online platform, and the defense says, trust me, bro, he won't do it again.
That's acceptable.
It's like you don't know that. We're willing to take that risk, but
Nowadays
people don't agree with me. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is a
2016
fundamental disagreement. And we can't convince each other. Both sides think they're doing the right thing. I can see where they're coming from. I just fundamentally disagree. Just like how I'm sure they see where we're coming from. Well, actually, I don't think they do. And honestly, I don't even really see where they're coming from much anymore. My extension of charitability is just fried at this point. Just like how I'm sure they will see where we're coming from. I don't think they do. And I'm sure they just fundamentally disagree. Well, that is obvious. They definitely disagree.
I'm so bad at it.
So Technicals writes, I don't think you're intelligent enough to have this conversation in good faith because you literally agreed with my conclusions on stream and then wouldn't hop off my dick on Twitter. I can ignore you and it won't change anything because no one cares. There's a reason you got the crumbs on the Sky case. My work is above your pay grade.
Oh,
right.
okay. This ego shit is so fucking gay. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's why them arguing on Twitter is so funny.
Yeah.
Just that they're just both like battling.
But in a slightly like crusty and an embarrassing way.
I guess, but isn't that all drama to an extent?
Yes, all drama is.
So
all internet arguments are too. Holy shit.
Definitely have popcorn out for these tweets. That's all I'm saying.
So Nick writes tech here and says, all you can do is ad hom and talk like an anime antagonist because if you actually engage with me, you'd have to own the fact that you're actively making excuses for why a grown man asked a 14-year-old to send CP and talking about his childhood trauma to elicit sympathy. Sad. We got Edwin coming in here. You're fat, plus tech had sex. Plus hashtag welcome back Zero. Plus he hasn't slipped up since the 14-year-old. Plus Nairo's worse. Plus get ratioed.
Damn.
Wait,
yeah.
Fire reply.
Dude, that's all Technicals responses in one.
Can we actually ratio Nick? Like, Edwin's
Let's
ratio
with all that.
failed. Can we make the ratio not fail?
I mean, it's just perfectly exemplifies all the arguments I hear. I mean, all of these sound ridiculous. They sound nuts.
Guys, this is the part where you don't agree with me because you're agreeing with the.
Yeah, these sound nuts.
Yeah, I thought it was a little ridiculous how everything is just like, you know, you get the. I'm above your pay grade. I just had sex when tweeting this. Like, what the hell is all this? This is fucking cringe, dude.
Totally, yeah.
Well,
we expect this from Nick, but not you, Technicals.
True.
Technicals response.
Or Boblex even, actually.
Nah, because what will actually happen is when I confront your terrible arguments, you'll agree with me until you run back to Twitter. He plays a clip here. Let's listen.
I'm just telling you that, like, if somebody was this... I don't want to use Zero as an example, because, again, I'm trying to articulate that I don't think Zero is a pedophile. I'm just telling you that, like, if somebody was this... I don't want to use Zero as an example, because, again, I'm trying to articulate that I don't think Zero is a pedophile.
Yeah, that's the clip.
That's the whole clip? What the hell?
So there's Nick saying he doesn't know if Zero's a pedophile.
Do you guys think that Zero's a pedophile?
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
I can't.
Well, especially at that point.
So it's like it's the like ambiguity that kind of is the distrust part. Yeah.
I can't comfortably answer it, and that's my issue.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we have like an allegation that was made against him, and then we have him admitting to it. Whether or not, like, he's saying that he did that because he was considering committing suicide, it's still him admitting to something that he was accused of, and that's concerning.
Yeah,
he has some good points. He's like speaking.
Although, honestly, actually, I might have to say because of my position on lolicon people is that they're sick people and probably pedophiles. Then I think a guy who willingly sexted I might actually, honestly, yeah. I think I actually have to answer that question and say yeah. I don't want to because I hate prescribing. You know what? Fuck the label. Actually, I don't know if the label matters. It's really what he did.
Well, it kind of does because like I'm pretty sure everybody in the call kind of wants pedophiles to be unalive, right?
You know,
they don't want them being able to like
shit is a dangerous game.
If they offend
so,
you.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah,
here's what
exactly.
I'll
I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. This label shit is a dangerous game to play. It always is.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what I call this guy. I'm comfortable calling Shadbase a pedophile. He drew fucking lolly porn of fucking real people or something. I call that guy a pedophile all the time. I guess by extension, I kind of have to call this guy a pedophile then, by my own standards. I just, and that's a problem.
Yeah, and I don't mean to cut you off, but you're right. That Distant Kingdom dude in the chat is a fucking dipshit. He said, you do realize Zero is married to a grown woman, right? Bruh, yeah, because nobody who's ever been married to a grown fucking woman has ever touched kids before. Are you fucking kidding me, dog? What a stupid piece of shit.
I mean, these are the arguments I would expect from a child, really. I mean, only like somebody who has no fucking life experience would say something like, well, you can't be a pedophile, he's married.
And has like,
what does that prove? That doesn't say anything.
That's why Epstein wasn't a pedophile. He was married.
Yeah, he had a girlfriend, guys. Shit. Yeah, Epstein had a girlfriend, so he couldn't have any, even though he was a capital
Distant Kingdom.
Obviously, extreme example. Obviously, extreme example. But I don't think the fact that having a wife doesn't negate the fact that you can act on pedophilic tendencies you may have. You know.
Somebody in chat says, Augie, you're a child too. Yeah, you know what? I'm a fucking grown-ass man. If I got caught fucking messaging a 14-year-old, we would not be having this conversation at all. Everybody in the community would fucking roast my ass, kick my ass off fucking Twitter, and I would have no fucking second chance. There'd be nothing. No, I would get nothing. And I would deserve that.
Yeah.
Unless it was 7 years ago.
Apparently, by today's standards, totally.
And I had a really great commentary video that was made that was made about me. Yeah. That would work. I don't know. What else do we got here? I was at... Okay, let's paste this one in. So, Nick says... Let me just make sure we're in order here. I specified on stream pretty clearly that I didn't want to call Zero a pedophile after just watching your video an hour prior, and I'd done no supplementary research or even read the tweet longer. How does this contradict you making excuses about what led to Zero requesting CP? I literally never even said this. He is so fucking mad he can't even engage with real tweets I actually made. I don't think Zero's a pedophile. No. One day later. Why is Zero defending a known pedophile? Suck my dick, bro.
Or known predator. And then the last time he said predator was September in relation to other people. It was in relation to phasmophobia.
Oh my god, really?
Was it?
Yeah. Said predator poachers should play phasmophobia or something.
Wait, they
oh
did?
My god, really?
That's
oh shit.
Fast is the
are you a pedophile?
Now.
Well, you go if you box
after
us
hours family
for,
game.
$200.
Yeah. Hey, we got 2,000 people in here. Hit fucking like on the stream. All right, let's keep going.
Ooh, yeah,
Technicals.
Yeah. Give me a second, Augie.
You keep saying excuses like anyone said it was okay. Understanding why something happens is not the same as excusing it. Your thought process is more black and white than the video you barely watched. You pretend like you understand how to conduct a consistent debate while constantly misrepresenting what I'm saying is actual comedy.
See, I'm gonna have to be biased because I kind of had an experience with that just a second ago. So
yeah, like
this is like
I don't know if it's fair to call it like excuses when sometimes it's like an explanation, but I don't know. I guess it's up to personal interpretation whether or not like the backstory of Zero is an excuse.
We've been through this discussion. We went through this discussion an hour ago.
And there's no definitive answer. It's just up to personal interpretation, I guess.
In my opinion, if what Technicals just said to Nick applies to Nick, then it also applies to Technicals because Technicals does do a lot of dancing around like questions. You know, he doesn't answer directly to things. He calls Nick fat every chance he gets.
Let me just ask you guys something because I want to be crystal clear on what you guys think. When Technicals brings up this suicide thing, you guys don't see that as an excuse?
It's absolutely to make you empathize with Zero. Like
I don't see that as an excuse.
Yeah, I don't see that as an excuse. I see that as him trying to like use emotions to like make you empathize.
Excuse the behavior?
I don't even think it's excuse. I think it's just like manipulative. I don't like that. I don't like the he tried to kill himself segment after the allegation.
It's manipulative. Okay.
Yeah, it's manipulative. Yeah. It is manipulative.
Okay.
Yeah, it has no bearing on like because like again, like I said before, like I think that I think the rest of the video after that is explaining why he doesn't believe that Zero is going to reoffend, but like bringing up that the suicide attempt is 100%.
See, and the reason why it sounds like that's an excuse is because when you would bring this up to people, like say on Twitter, people would literally quote that, be like, "Well, what the fuck, dude? This dude was a suicide note." They say that. That's why it feels like it's an excuse. They're using that.
Well,
the wording.
I was specifically talking about the backstory with his childhood trauma. I think that's important context. Me personally, I think that's important context, and I can see how other people don't think it's important context. Well, maybe it can be important context and an excuse at the same time.
Okay, and you want to know something? I think it's important, but the reason why I would also call that an excuse is because it's not an equal video. You know what I also think is important context? The allegation. Why is that not contextualized? If it was completely balanced, then I would say it's fair.
Like what he did is an excuse. That's an excuse.
Should be in it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude, but the dude was trying to excuse him the whole fucking time, dude. Notice how he takes a jab at literally everybody in the video, but he says, "Well, the dude that, you know." They may have lied about him, but that's why they fucking suck. They lied about him, but he fucking asked for Ice Cube girl. Like, what the fuck, dude? Just shit on him for once. Say one shitty thing about Zero, and then maybe, like, you know, I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I just see, like, the childhood trauma as important context, but, like, something that is unimportant that probably shouldn't have been in Technical's video is when he brought up, like, the Team Zero stuff. I thought that was completely useless. And...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just,
I'd agree
it's my opinion.
I just see any attempt to explain away his actions as an excuse. That's the only way I see it. Period.
Yeah, same. You can't make an excuse.
Again, like I said, I read it more as an explanation of why he feels confident.
I guess it could be an excuse and important context at the same time.
Excuse yourself.
I guess those aren't mutually exclusive. All I meant to say by saying it isn't an excuse was more to say that I think
I mean, like saying, "Oh,
and rather than to deny it being an excuse." So
my emphasis.
I'm not going to die on that hill, that excuse hill, but I do think the context is important. But I also do think it would have been important to add Katie's twit longer, and I'm disappointed he didn't add that in the video.
I believe it's the contrast that makes it an excuse. For example, he talks about him in positive ways, I would argue, and then follows up the video by saying, "Look at this other asshole. He did so much worse. What about him?" Right? So that's what it's like. Okay, so are you mad that this guy didn't get bad treatment like Zero did? Like, because that makes it feel like an excuse to me.
We're running a poll on this right now in the YouTube chat, whether or not Technicals is making excuses. I just want to get chat's opinion here.
Anyone that votes no,
I think he was making.
Yeah, I agree with Edwin on that one. He was.
I don't know if the childhood trauma in particular is like the best example of that.
And if you're voting no, I'm gonna send a drone to your house.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's
jeez.
at the end of the day.
I'm kidding.
All right, I ran this poll for 10 seconds. We already got 500 votes, and 86% say yes, and 14% say no. So those are the numbers. We'll keep an update on that. We're getting hundreds of votes a second. We got Comment Copter in the chat. Says there's so much focus on the suicide letter compared to the DMs. I had to go research the DMs outside of a what really happened to Zero video to realize how fucked up it actually was.
Isn't that a fucking problem? That's a massive.
I do think that's an issue.
Yes. I hate to say, but that says a lot on his credibility that he just like let everybody believe that it's not that bad what he did.
Yeah.
But dude, give people the fucking clarity of showing them what he did.
Like, if you're making a video about what actually happened to Zero and you're not actually showing us what the fuck happened, like that's a glaring hole in your goddamn video.
Yep.
So we have Nick's tweet here. It says, you break in a song and dance about his suicide attempts, depression, social awkwardness, high school trauma, and family trauma every time. You do it in your video. It's clearly done to elicit sympathy. When you didn't even read out DMs of him talking dirty to the 14-year-old. And then Tech says, you didn't even read out the DMs of him talking dirty to the 14-year-old. Bro, ... Do you hear yourself right now? Before I discuss any of that, I talked about the worst thing, which is the solicitation. You want some child fanfic, go on Vosh's subreddit, you'd fit right in.
The fuck is that mean? What the fuck?
So we got that there, and then what is?
I'm gonna send for technicals on that exchange.
I'm sure you will.
But that's not. It's completely outside of like what they're arguing. It's just that was a pretty funny tweet.
All right. Well, that's basically their little Twitter feud there.
I'm sorry, but asking for an Ice Cube is not fanfic. It's his actual. Never mind. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading this the wrong way.
It's possible, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he was referring to the actual DMs as fanfic. I think he was more just like making a fucking thing in it.
Connor tweets.
Yeah.
Okay, and now
this is where it gets really crusty.
That brings us to today. Wait, Nick's sending it.
Here we go. Okay, fine. I keep saying here we go, but here we go now. Finally.
Oh, sorry. Here is Technicals explaining Zero's headspace and talking about how he told the 14-year-old to find a boy her age. When pushed back, he says, "I'm not asking you to like everything." Let's listen. If I give the 10,000 clarification, but didn't Kiwis, when he apologized, he said I was going through a lot. It was a rough time for me. So ultimately, that doesn't matter. What matters is what did you do, and taking responsibility for your actions.
During the time that this happened, that isn't the case at all. He wasn't in a bad headspace when he had those conversations. It's never been a part of the argument, right? Because all of this stuff came out 7 years later. So the thing, the thing is,
sorry, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. My bad.
There's other screenshots where at the end of it you can see him say shit like find a boy your age. Well, that's like something he remembers, but one of it's like, I hope you find a boy in your school or whatever, blah blah blah. So that's like him.
Are you kidding me?
Throws me. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm not asking you to like everything. I'm not saying it's comfortable.
If I knowingly sexted somebody and like ended the conversation when I hope you find a boy your age, holy shit, dude. Fuck. I'm sorry. This is so hard for me, dude. I don't know. Maybe like everybody else is just cool with this, and this is like totally normal for everybody. I don't know why people are using it, but fuck, dude, that's so weird.
It's because you don't consider the moral argument.
And yeah, fuck the moral argument, dude. Fuck pedos. And I don't think but it sounds like pedo shit when you say it like that. When you describe it as he had a smorgasbord of children and brought in a fucking bunch of kids for his community, I'm not thinking like, oh, thank God he didn't molest them. I'm thinking that's kind of weird that he had a bunch of kids around him.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that his worst perceived crime is asking for the Ice Cube shit.
I'm saying that's pretty fucking bad, dude.
Perceived.
Wait, it doesn't exist. You can't confirm nor deny it. Wait, hold on. You said now it doesn't exist, and you said I'm not saying it didn't happen.
I'm saying the pictures don't exist.
That's kind of slippery. Yeah, but you're
literally trying to catch me on fucking anything right now because you're a demon.
Just calls him a demon. No, okay, let me say something real quick. He's definitely always like using diversion tactics for sure. Like he's saying perceived. Dude, it happened. Also, can I point out that he slipped up? Speaking of slip-ups, Technical slipped up right there because there is no screenshot that says to find someone your own age. He had that from a fucking retelling of Zero. Zero told him that.
So like, guys,
you know,
I don't know if I can make it through this. We'll have to probably like watch it on stream some other time. We'll finish it.
I agree.
Yeah,
there are demons among us.
So I'm gonna have to finish it here, guys. But we didn't get to the Augie portion of it. I mean, we kinda did, but we didn't get to the main portion, the debate part. So we'll finish this video at some point. I am like really getting invested into it now that I got the one down pretty much. It's a good stream, so I gotta remember this timestamp for next time. If I don't remember, I'll probably just watch the replay. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smash like, subscribe. Subscribe to Augie if you want to see the full thing and you don't want to wait for me to react to it. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.